All right, we are live, guys.
How's it going, everybody?
What's up?
All right, so on the panel I have Ghost Anime 84 and Look at Me Lewis. Ghost Anime is based off in Waco, Texas, and then Look at Me Lewis is from Tyler, Texas, and I'm from Houston, Texas.
What's up, everybody?
So on this live stream, I wanted to talk a little bit about the plans that we have in the future, traveling wise, and also a little bit about uh, track and track oriented, how to how to's on the track, because I slowly want to transition into that.
Well, I've only done one track day.
But that's what one you have over me, because I haven't done no track days. It's funny because I go to tracks just to shoot videos, but I've never like
Yeah,
been on the track.
yeah. I watched that last one you put out. With the guy had the same jacket or the leather suit that I have the same jacket, the RS Tai Chi, and I was like, oh, that's pretty legit.
Oh really? Is that a good brand?
It is. It's a great brand.
Oh man, because I usually go from what I know and what I hear, but I've never heard those brands. So it's like I don't know.
Yeah, RS Tai Chi is like based out of Japan, and
Mhm.
they're really popular. And I didn't hear about anything about them until I went to that gear store in Dallas, Moto
Mhm.
Liberty, and the guy there was telling me all kinds of stuff about it, and I wasn't too sure. I left the store kind of like, I don't know. I kind of just want to stick with Dainese or Alpine Stars.
Yeah, because I was probably gonna stick with Alpine Stars, and there's another brand I can't think of it off my head, but it was a really good brand.
You're doing
And
better than me. I've been sticking with Icon.
yeah, no,
Oh,
I'm not a big fan of Icon. It's too flashy for me. And so I went home. I did some research. I looked up like all kinds of reviews, and not one single bad review. Like every time you look up Dainese, the thing that sticks out for them is their zippers, the part that you pull on,
Mhm.
it breaks. It's easy to break,
Really?
and things like that. Like I didn't even see anything. Like everybody just said that the leather was super tough and durable, and it moves with you. And then I went and bought it, and they gave me a little discount. And dude, it's probably the best leather jacket I have ever worn.
How many leather jackets have you worn?
One.
Yeah.
but
I-
but I tried a bunch of them on when I
oh,
was
okay,
at
okay,
that
okay, okay.
when I was at that gear store,
hmm
and as soon as I put it on, I was just like, okay, I need to buy this thing.
Awesome. But I mean, I guess you get what you pay for when it comes to that. Because what's the retail value on that?
$600.
Oh,
I mean, dude, but
And
you
and
can't.
it has a CE level 2 armor and a back protector. CE level 2 back protector.
What? That's
If you
pretty
look
sick.
at if you look at like Alpine Stars or Dainese,
hmm
they don't come with a back protector. So you're gonna spend around that price range for like 400 plus for a leather jacket,
hmm
and then you're gonna have to go out and buy it. Like I don't know. I think I saw the Dainese back protector CE level 2 was like $80.
And so, what does that do? Like when it hits like on impact,
It,
what does it do? Like, does it expand?
no, I don't know exactly what it does. I just know it's a higher rating for the track.
Oh, okay, okay.
CE level 1. It's just I guess it's a safer. It'll take a harder impact,
hmm
but yeah. As far as going to the track, I mean, if you've seen my videos, I do a lot of twisty riding and
Yeah, with your buddies, man, it just
yeah.
looks pretty fun. So, Ghost, Look at Me, Lewis has been his first ever track day was at Coda.
No, it was at Crescent.
Oh, so you've done two track days then, because you were recently at Coda, right?
No, I didn't get to go to Coda.
Man, I thought you did Coda.
I wish.
Oh my god.
I would have loved to go. No, I did just the one in Crescent,
hmm
and it was probably the worst time to go out there. It wasn't raining or anything, but
But it was cold, huh?
it was 40 degrees out when we woke up that morning. It was like 38 something when we woke up. And
Damn.
I get out there and they're like, they're showing us, they're taking us around the track in the trucks.
hmm
and it's so cold, and they're like, okay, so this track is already like super cold, so take it easy. And I'm over here like shitting my pants because I'm like super nervous. I'm like, I don't want to wreck my bike. Please don't let me wreck my bike. And we get out there the first lap. We're going slow. We're following the instructor. He's showing us what lines to take, and then the second session, we go out there, and he's going a little faster, and I'm like, oh damn, I'm losing them. So I give it more gas to keep up with them. And when I gave it more gas, it was like the first lap of the second session, and the rear tire broke loose. And dude, my feet came off the pegs, my butt came off the seat. Dude, my heart was like, it skipped like 10 beats, and I was like, oh, I'm going down. Oh my God, I knew it. I'm going down. And then the traction control kicked in. It happened so fast, but it felt like it was in slow motion.
Yeah, because I'm guessing whenever you as a rider, there's those moments when you accept it that you're going down. You're like, all right, you already came to terms, and like, I'm just gonna hold on for the ride.
Yeah.
And just for those few moments, your whole bike life just flashed before your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was one of those. Oh shit!
Damn.
I done fucked up. This is it. I'm going down. And
Jeez.
luckily, I didn't. I had my traction control on. I didn't turn it off for the track because I'm not, super Rossi. first track day, and after, and you really feel the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Like after the tires started warming up, you can feel how much more you can push it, because not only did my rear slide out, I could feel the front end washing. It was like you could feel it moving.
What kind of tires were you running?
The Pirelli Super Corsa SPV2s.
Oh, those are good.
They are really good tires. I've never had a problem out of them on the street.
Mm-hmm.
But that day, that track is already slick, like I was saying. And it was 40 degrees outside, and it was the first lap of the second session.
Did you started with cold tires? Did you have like tire warmers?
No, I don't have any tire warmers.
Okay. Then, yeah, no. On that first or on the second lap, man, I'm just gonna take it easy, nice and easy. And you're on your beautiful BMW, so that's you got balls, man.
My buddy went with his R1, and he was pushing it so hard. And,
is that the buddy that you race with all the time on your videas?
Yeah.
Oh man,
he's a hell of a rider.
Man, I could tell what
I think most of it is from he's got an older bike, so he doesn't really care about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm over here like, well, I don't have 20 grand to spend on another fucking bike, so I'm not gonna do that.
You don't have full coverage on it, do you?
I do have full coverage.
Oh, send it. Fucking send it.
I still don't want to do all that.
Dude. Oh, man. If I had full coverage on my R6, bro, like, I mean, I still push it to the limits, but, man, like, with that extra security in the back of my mind, dude, I'm going to fucking send it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I can't, because all the time and money I've spent on this thing, and
you know what you need to get? You need to get a 600, a beater 600.
I was actually thinking about getting like a 300 for the track. Make it a track dedicated bike, because that
fully
way,
pin the whole way.
Yeah, that way
Who needs brakes?
And the 300 won't bite you. 1000 will, and a 600 might. But I feel like if you got on a 300 on the track, it would be, you could really push it without, I don't know how to describe it.
Repercussions.
Yeah.
No, it's quite funny because I have, when I started riding, I started on a 09 250 Ninja Kawasaki, and I still have it right here, but it's not running because it's having electrical problems, but I had it sitting for about a year and a half. So it's just there. Like, I got the clean blue title. So I'm thinking, because I was just trying to sell the whole bike as is. Like, yeah, it's $700 here. You could part it out. I need the money for more bike parts for my other bikes. And so I started thinking, it's not selling at all. So I might as well rebuild it for a track. Like I really want to like fix this bike up because like engine's good, clutch, everything is good on it. It's just electrical problems because it kept blowing up the main fuse. So I was like, if I just replace the whole wiring harness and I'll just buy a new engine in case this engine gives out because it almost has 30,000 miles on the
Ooh,
bike, and that's a lot on a 250, bro. Like on a 250, come on.
that's a
So
lot of miles for a bike.
yeah,
Period.
man, I was my daily when I was in college freshman year and everything.
Yeah.
But I was thinking of just buying new engines. They're like what, $600 for a 250? It's like, barely any miles. So I was like, it's not much. So I was thinking about it is like, I'm slowly gonna start buying the stuff that I need to like make it rebuild. And of course, like rebuild the carbs. I've done that before, but engine wise, like not so much.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably do it, but I don't have all the tools that you would probably need to do everything.
Yeah, no, I hear you. But
But
the beauty about that is like I get so invested in it when it comes to doing my own maintenance that if I, come across something like that, I'll think about like, oh, I need these type of special tools. I'll go out and I'll buy them, and then I won't ever need it again. Like, it's there for the future in case, oh, I can do this for another bike or I can do this for another one.
yeah,
So,
I could do most things. I was when I had my R1, I was gonna do my fork seals, and I bought the tool to do the forks, and then I started doing it, and I was like, I got as far as taking the fork tubes off of the bike, and then I was like, all right, I'm taking this into the shop.
no, I totally hear you, man. With fork seals, like, oh man, they're a bit sketchy, man, because you have to compress them, and
Yeah,
yeah, like, yeah, there's some things that I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna let my guys, because I have guys at Corpus Christi, based off over there, is a JRS Performance Cycles. Like, man, I trust them with all my bikes. Like, they know how to do everything on it, and in performance too. So it's like, man, like if I come across stuff that I'm not comfortable with, I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna let my guy Rob look at it. I
yeah,
don't know, I'll work for the labor and the money, but
yeah.
but
Sometimes it's best to let somebody else do. Like if I had to do like a valve adjustment on my
oh,
bike,
that, yeah. I mean, like engine, like inside the engine wise, it's a little sketchy for me. But like to replace the motor, let's like take off the engine, like the bolts, put that up. Like that doesn't seem too hard. I was, when I come across that, I'll just YouTube it how to. I'm like, oh, okay, it's not that bad.
yeah,
But like to actually like rebuild the inside of the engine, that's another thing.
yeah. But if I had any tips for anybody that was wanting to do a track day,
Hmm.
um, I don't know, the suit rentals.
Hmm.
I say, in my opinion, it's not worth it.
Oh yeah,
Um,
tell us about your experience.
the the first, first I just want to say that the instructors are awesome. They are amazing, and if you want, that one-on-one um, time with them, they are there, and they will give you that one-on-one. When I was out there, they followed me. The instructor has a camera on his bike, and they follow you, and they tell you everything that you're doing right and everything that you're doing wrong. And sometimes you think you're doing something right, and then you need somebody to sit, especially when you've been doing something for so long, and you've been doing it the wrong way. But I think that was, when you go to like a school or something, usually there's not enough room for that one-on-one with the instructor. But at the what is it, the Texas Right Smart, that's what it's called.
Oh, you went through Ride Smart then. I hear
Yeah,
it's a great program.
yeah, they it's awesome. If I could do, if I had the money to do it like every, at least once a month, I would. But the only thing I would do different is save up money for your own suit, even if it's like a cheap $200-300 suit, because the rentals, even though they only charge you, their first time is free for the leathers and the boots. But if you actually had to pay for those, it's not worth it, dude. They're all old and beat up and crusty,
Mm.
and there's no grip. And the boots I was sliding off, like the boots that I have at home. They're the short cuffs. They're not the tall ones.
Mhm.
Those things grip the pegs on my bike. They're awesome. But the ones that I had at the track, there was like no grip, so I had to ride a little differently. And I would definitely say save up money for, even if it's just a cheap beginner suit, something. Maybe you could find one on either eBay or Craigslist.
Yeah,
That's not
because just
too
because
bad.
it's free to rent, like to get to rent out, doesn't mean it's good. Because
Yeah,
like, can you imagine all the people that went through those suits, wore the
yeah.
same suit, the same boots, and yeah,
No,
no, it was stuff like that. You don't cheap out.
I left my shirt on, and I brought some basketball shorts with me because I knew. I was like, okay, I don't know, I don't trust. I'm pretty sure nobody washes these things. Or how could you even wash leathers? Like I don't even know.
That's a good question. Because the
Like
leather
this.
that I have they're not like race leathers or anything or suit. It's just like a leather jacket.
Uh-huh.
You know what? I never washed it before.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have to.
I'll
I
sweat on
mean,
it. I just never washed it. And it just magically just stays
cleans
clean.
itself. Yeah, you just. I usually just get the leather cleaner and then just hit it with that, like on the outside. But as far as the inside,
Yeah, the inside didn't. Yeah.
you kind of can't unless you like, I don't know, dry cleaned it.
I need to look into that. But hey, Ghost,
Yeah.
have you ever been on track before, or have you ever thought about doing it? I think Ghost is doing something right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had the mute button home. I was talking to my mom before.
No, it's all good.
I was trying to say, it's like, no, I don't have the. I have a Harley V Rod, so I'm definitely not taking that thing on the track.
You could drag Peg, bro.
I could drag Peg around a corner at 40 miles an hour.
Let me
the way that thing turns.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
You saw how fast I actually take corners at that mountain?
Oh, Mount Lemon? What was it, Mount Lemon? Oh man. Yeah, no, I mean, let me tell you something. It's quite an experience to go on twisties and mountains on a cruiser compared to a sport bike.
Is it?
Oh my God, dude. Okay. So, hear me out. I went to Tell of the Dragon with a good friend of mine, Johnny Rise, and Peak Maiden just recently. It's our second year going to the Tell of the Dragon. And the first year I took my R6. Man, it was a blast. We went to Blue Ridge Parkway, Tell of the Dragon, all those good turns, twisties, and everything. And with the sport bike, man, you can get low. You can really, really get low and, throttle out on the corners. But I was going to take the R6 this year, but I ended up finding out that my front rotors were warped and then my front brake calipers weren't pushing out evenly on the pistons. So, I was like, you know what? It's all good. So it's 2 weeks before we head out. Let me see if I can rebuild it. Ordered the rebuild kit. It took a week and a half to get here. So I was cutting it real close. And then I took out the pistons. I took out the bass seals. I was like, all right. It's like 2 days before we head out, and I'm here trying to rebuild the front brake caliper. It's not knowing if it's going to work or not. So I'm like, okay, this is not safe, but we'll see if it works because I really, really wanted to take the R6. So prior to that, I ended up getting other brake calipers, JM Cycles in Houston. He has a bunch of wrecked R6 and he parts them out and sells them. So I got front brake calipers from 107. So I tried to put them on and I noticed that, some seals were like trying to like get out, like they were torn. So I was like, oh, I don't know, man. I'm not comfortable with that. So he's like, just try them on, see if it works. If it leaks, just bring it back. It's all good. I won't charge you. So I put them on the night before, 3 nights prior. So, I'm trying to bleed the brakes. All right, everything's going good. And so slowly but surely I was losing pressure. I was like, man, what's going on? And so I look under, and then on the rotor there's brake fluid. It's like, man, it's just like 3 pistons were working just fine, but it's just 1 piston that was leaking. I'm like, are you gotta be kidding me, man? And so, all right, so I, moving forward, I got the, I rebuilt kit. I tried to rebuild the ones that I had. Everything was going smooth, but I put the brake calipers on, same thing, pressure. I was like, all right, this is good. So I was pushing the bike in neutral, and then I would slam on the front brakes, and yeah, I got pressure. I was like, all right, this is awesome. I'm liking this because it was literally the night before. Like we were gonna head out Wednesday afternoon, and I was still messing with it Tuesday night. Like, yeah, man, I was cutting it close. And so, I was like, all right, this is working out. And so, I kept doing that. Oh man, I was messing for it for about an hour. And then I noticed that slowly but surely I was losing pressure again. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So I looked under. Sure enough, one seal was it was leaking out from one brake piston. So I was like, yeah, Johnny writes on the chat, he commented close for sure. Yeah, man. I was telling him all about it. But yeah, it didn't work out. So I was like, you know what? I took a step back. I took a breather and I was like, this is gonna cost me my life if I take this bike and I hit a corner real quick. And I was like, no, I needed an outside perspective. And my best friend told me, don't do it, bro. I was like, you're right. All right, so I'll just take the Yamaha Bolt, the other bike that I have. I was like, that one's already good. It's new, brand new rear tire. Everything's good. So I ended up taking that bike. And Johnny Rides has the BMW HP4, so I was like, man, it's gonna suck because he's always gonna want to like go fast, and I'm over here, slow. But he ended up backpacking his girlfriend Pygmalion, so I was like, all right, we were even. So when we first went to the Tail of the Dragon, man, huge mistake on my end because I try to ride the Bolt, which is a cruiser, like a sport bike. You don't do that at all. Like, it was the worst mistake I've ever like made so far. But I'm so glad that I was able to come back from it. And let me tell you what happened. We were like, 4 miles in Tail of the Dragon, and man, I kept scraping frame, not peg, frame. And for those that don't know, is like when you're dragging, or when you're scraping the frame, it literally shoots your bike upwards. Like, it wants to keep it upright. And so I'm hitting, what was it, a right? Yeah, it was a right corner, taking it. It kept scraping. And it got to the point where it was just nonstop scraping, and it shot me up. And it literally shot me onto oncoming traffic on the other lane, the opposite lane. Like, literally down the middle for about 4 seconds in a blind corner. And I was like, I'm gonna wreck. Like,
were there cars?
Yup, like it's because it's on the Tail of the Dragon. There's it's just a two-way, like going and leaving, like opposite.
Yeah.
And so
you're lucky a yellow Porsche didn't come by.
Oh my god, dude! And let me tell you, there's GTRs, there's sport, there's all kinds of like beautiful cars hitting that. No, and it's so funny because prior to that, I had a Porsche riding my ass. It was like a Cayman or a hatchback, I don't know, but it was riding my ass, and I literally had to merge like on those pull-out lanes, and then just it sped past me, But man, on that, when I was scraping the frame, it shot me up, man. I was like, me and Johnny reviewed the videos because, man, we had GoPros on everywhere. And we reviewed it. It was like, we counted like about 3 or 4 seconds that I was on the oncoming lane in a blind corner. So as soon as I merged back, I had about like 5 more seconds of clearance because there was nobody coming. I'm like, dude, you don't know how blessed I am of like not wrecking, onto oncoming traffic. And then we pulled out on the side, and I look at Johnny. I'm like, yeah, I'm going slow, bro. He's like, you gotta go slow. And so after that, we ended up going back on the Tail of the Dragon. We switched rides, and man, Johnny, he's an expert at the track, man, because he goes to the California tracks. And so he rode the Bolt like it was meant to be ridden. And I took pointers. I looked at how, what speed he was coming in the corners and how he was accelerating. I was like, holy shit, you really have to you can't go in hot in the corners. And so after that, man, the ride was so smooth because I scraped, but with, at a good comfort level. Like I knew how much I can get in there and scrape and then like come out fast. Oh man, it was awesome after that. After that, we hit the Tail of Dragons for about 8 times, and then we went to Channel Hala Skyway. It was crazy. But yeah, man, those are 2 different rides and experiences when it comes to riding a cruiser and a sport bike on twisties.
Yeah.
But hey,
now you just need to take that Bolt onto the track.
Yeah. Yeah.
And make sure to have your tires nice and warm too.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Hey, here, hold on. It looks like we have somebody on the on the panel. I just can't see their. Hold on.
Hi, Lewis.
What's going on, man?
Oh, Lewis, what's up, man?
What's up?
Oh, dang, you were able to make it.
So my phone like died while I was sleeping,
Uh
and it like I rolled onto my shoulder. I was like, "What the hell is this?" And I look at it, like, "Oh, it's dead."
huh.
I said, "Oh shit, what time is it?"
All right, guys, this is Lewis. For those that don't know, he lives in Las Vegas, Nevada. And then Lewis, this is Look at Me. Lewis, this is Look at Me Lewis from Tyler, Texas. Ghost Anime from Waco, Texas, and me from Houston.
What's up, man?
What's going on, guys?
Hi.
So, hey, Lewis, we were just talking about the stuff that we have planned in the future, traveling wise, and a little bit of track, because I want to like gradually like gravitate over there to the track life. Have you
AJ
ever
wants
been?
to give Rossi a run for his money.
Oh yeah, okay. Hey, Lewis, have you ever been on the track before?
Nah, I mean I plan to, but my nearest track is like 2 hours away.
Yeah, that's how it was for me. But
Man, that's
let me just say, if you guys
nothing.
if you're gonna go, it's very addicting.
Oh no, like I plan to go, but
Yeah.
let me see. But and then the schedules out here are far, man. Like they only do it like every freaking 6 months or so.
Really?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
good, huh?
Like and I could probably, it'd be easier for me to just pack up and go to one in California.
I think that's your best bet. Johnny Rides, he knows a lot of good tracks here over there in California because he lives in San Diego. So I can't remember the one that he told me. It was Chanahala. I don't.
Holler or something like that.
Yeah. He said that's a really nice track over there.
But they have a little like beginners package out here. It's literally like $150.
Mm-hmm.
Probably one of the best prices I've ever seen. But again, like they're always full.
Chakawala. Okay. How much did the other Lewis in Texas? I have to figure out how to address y'all. But Lewis from Texas, how much did you ended up spending on the Ride Smart?
It was free.
Oh, with the suit that you bought?
No, it was with my bike.
Oh man.
I got a free track day because where I bought my bike at.
And you don't know how much that would run if you didn't buy a BMW?
I think it was like 170 or 160, 180, something around there.
And that's for the whole weekend, huh? Or just a day?
I think that was per day.
But that's.
I think if it was for the whole weekend, it was like 250 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because they give you a little discount if you buy for both days. But it
sucks when it comes because you'll book it in advance and you don't know how it's gonna be like 2 months in advance. The weather, you don't know if it's gonna be rain or you. And then one thing I noticed about track is they go in any kind of weather because
it doesn't matter if it's raining.
It does not stop.
They don't care.
Rain tires, because man, I didn't even know they had rain tires. I went to go shoot my buddy's track over there at MSR Houston. They were racing in the rain, bro. I was like, man, that is fucking balls, man. That's.
I mean, you already paid for it, so you might as well get out there.
Yeah, man, but it's just another level of respect. It's like these people that don't go at it full throttle. It's like, it's mad respect.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I have to make sure that it was going to be, a nice day.
Hello, RCMe from the chat saying Veggie Lewis and Tex Lewis or Texie Lewis because the Vegas Lewis. But hey, Lewis, how's your bike, by the way?
It's still good. It still runs.
It's run because I noticed that you've done some maintenance like clutch and all that stuff on the Gixxer.
So the clutch was my first attempts at the drag strip on like 20,000 miles.
Hmm.
And yeah, I did pretty. Like, I guess I was scared to loop, so I rode the clutch a lot.
Hmm.
I think that's just inexperience, nervousness, all that good stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm
Did you
pretty
burn
sure
it
that
out?
yeah, I'm pretty sure that helped burn it out.
Oh, okay.
Because I was at Lake Mead Recreational Area out here,
Mhm.
chasing this like middle-aged lady because we were with my we were with my girlfriend. She's like, hey, you guys, I like to see girls ride. You want to go out? Blah blah blah.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, sure, we'll go. My girlfriend's got the Daytona 675.
Hmm.
So we're out there, and she's the lady, dude. She's like, she coaches at the track,
Hmm.
So she
Oh, so she knows. She knows what's up.
yeah, she's like, yeah, just follow me, take your time, blah blah blah. So we're out there, everybody having fun, and all of a sudden, I accelerate through after a curve, just to kind of catch up, and it just starts slipping. I was like, no.
How? What is it, like a quarter mile, 1/8 of a mile?
So the drag strip is a quarter mile.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I did all the drag strip stuff first, and then we went out to go, like a normal ride. And it was funny because since it was slipping, I was like way the hell back there. So towards the end of we went to the meetup, like a little restaurant. She's like, "Oh, are you okay out there? Like, you can take your time. I don't mind." I was like, "No, my clutch is actually slipping."
Oh man.
But,
Yeah.
but she probably thought I was like, like scared or something. So that's
Launching a motorcycle is very hard.
Nah, I totally agree, man. I've been going to HMP, Houston Motorsport Park. My buddy Jonathan here in Houston, he invited me over because I was on the R6 and he had a Gixxer 1000, and he told me try it out, man. It's pretty fun, and I've never launched before. And I was like, yeah, no, I'll just go watch, man. He was like, you don't just watch, bro. Trust me, you're gonna want to race. You see these people taking off like a badass, you're gonna want to get on it. I was like, you know what? Because it's super cheap, man. It's $20 to race all night Sunday night on drag strip night. So, man, the first time, man, dude, I did horrible. Well, it's a smaller track too. I mean, drag strip, it's about 1/8 of a mile. But
that's not bad. I mean, that's really, they say that's where like your time slip, the beginning part is all that matters.
yeah, it's the reaction time. And man, dude, the first time, man, dude, I immediately wanted to get better. I was like, man, I can get this, because I was doing horrible. But then my time started getting better. I was like, man, that's a PR, that's an accomplishment. And so I kept doing that every Sunday. We kept going every Sunday, inviting more people. Man, it was addictive. And I tell you, like, even going to the track prior to the Sunday night, like, at the red lights, me and my buddies will line up and we'll just practice launching, man. It's just cool learning your bike in and out. And I'm on my second clutch, actually, because I burned my first clutch, trying to learn how to launch. And then on the clutch that I have right now is my second one, and it's already slipping. So it's like, man, I already have another clutch right here in my toolbox. I already have it, but it's just I have to get it installed. So it's like, man, dude, it's just racing when it comes to launching. It's not cheap, man. I go through clutches. It's gonna be my third clutch.
Ooh, man.
Yeah, but I mean, the good thing about the R6 is the engine's in immaculate condition. It's great. Like, I just need the engine to be good. I can replace everything around it, but the engine gotta be good. I don't cheap out on that because it currently has 43,000 miles on it and counting. So I got to take care of that baby because I want to travel with it more.
Nah, that's good, man.
That's a good amount of miles too.
Yeah,
but buying aluminum parts.
Yeah. How many miles does your bike have, Ghost? Because Ghost travels everywhere. He goes to every SCMM, I think, right? You've been through every SCMM?
Except for the first one, because I did a road trip to California in March before I knew about the first SCMM, and I couldn't do it again.
Oh, okay.
But I've been to all the other ones, and I'll be going again.
Are you gonna ride out this year?
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, I want to ride out, man, but it's just I got good news with college. Like, I got readmitted because I took a year off to save up money, and then I got a full ride again. So I'm going back to school, and it's crazy because SCMM last year was the beginning of August, so that was perfect because school starts late August. But SCMM this year is gonna be late August, so it's like, damn, dude, I gotta figure stuff out because like riding wise, man, I have to take like a week off, but I'll probably end up flying out over there. I'm not sure. I really want to be there because that's the best like motovlogger party I've ever been on.
Dude, I will take my Grom if you need a bike.
Oh, dude, yes. Oh, dude. Oh, I would appreciate that so much, dude. Because like, man, dude, just I really like the whole reason that I rode out there was for the experience and to have my bike over there whenever I needed to do anything.
I would love to go, but I just don't know my schedule with work and shit.
No, I hear you, man. But I mean, you know, dude, if you have a chance, like if that weekend you're free, you know, just if I'm taking a renter car or something, man, I'll hit you up, pick you up in Tyler. Let's go, man, because you do not want to miss this, dude.
You can make it there a lot faster in a car than a motorcycle.
Yeah, because dude, I only get about like 100.
That trip still sucks in a car. I made that trip to California from Texas once, and it was still fucking ass.
Really? Oh, dude, like you gotta find ways to interchain yourself when it comes to long rides. I mean, I guess everybody's different, but if I were to go in a car, man, I'll literally put comedians on the aux cord. I'll listen to good music, and then a lot of times, what I do is when I'm traveling like that, is that I listen to a lot of like those YouTube channels that are you can use the free music. So I go through all the music. I'm like, what I want to use, keep it in my library. What I want to use in future videos, like just to pass the time or stuff like that, just to keep myself entertained.
Yeah. Me and my family, my brother was in the Navy, so we've taken car rides from here in Texas to San Diego. Mm-hmm. We went all the way up to the Navy bases at the Great Salt Lakes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wherever they are over there, the Salt, Chicago or something like that, or close to there. So we've taken car rides all the way up there, just driving nonstop.
Yeah, because there's people that were like, drive nonstop from state to state, no worries. And then there's the people that, just will do it on occasions. And then there's people that just despise it. Because my best friend, Tim, dude, man, he works with medical stuff. So he travels through all the states, man. Like the next day he'll be here in Oklahoma, and then the next day he'll be over there in Tennessee. Like, he just drives all the time. Like, man, that's crazy. That's awesome.
You can't do that on a motorcycle though.
You get cramps. I do want to do that Iron Butt challenge, but it's just, man, I really wanted to go to visit Lewis in Vegas. Man, we agreed that I was gonna go, summer, but it's just life happens, bro.
I don't know. I wouldn't recommend the summer because
it's hot.
You ride out here for like an hour and you're like, okay, where's the nearest stop?
Yeah.
You're done.
I just want to go gamble over there, bro. Like,
no, don't do it.
I'm really good at blackjack and poker, man. Texas Hold'em.
I just had a seminar at a casino for work, and we went to Shreveport, and I was like, fuck, it was free to go there. They pay for the gas, and food, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, if I go to this casino, I'm gonna spend all my money. So, and I couldn't help myself, so I brought like $60 with me.
Oh, that's good.
And I was like, okay, that's the limit. I'm not gonna take any more than that. And so, because I've gone to the casino before, and I've taken like $500-$600 and come out of there with zero.
Oh, damn.
I said, okay, this time we're only going to play the roulette table. And I put 20 down on black, and I lost. And then I said, okay, well, all right, here's the next 20. So I put another 20 down on black, and I lost.
What? I'm telling you, man, sometimes it feels like it's rigged.
Yeah, and then I was like, okay, this is the last 20.
On black.
I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it up and put it on red. And then I won. And then I won like 5 or 6 times in a row after that, and I was like, okay, I'm done.
So you ended up winning.
Yeah, I made my money back, and then I made an extra $40. Well, I made an extra 6. I doubled my money, and then I put it on red again, and then I lost, and I was like, okay, I gotta walk away.
That's all the inspiration I need, man. I'm thinking about taking $1,000 over there when I visit Lewis, and I'm telling you, man, 500 on blackjack, you know, and then another 500 on Texas Hold'em.
Play
Yeah,
the roulette table.
nah, man, no. I like taking my risk. You know, I like having control of my risk because roulette is like is a roulette. No, I'm good. It's just a hit or miss. But the other ones, man, you strategize. You play against a dealer. I'm looking them at the eye, and it's like, all right, it's my money.
Yeah.
I have no luck, so I do not gamble whatsoever because I will lose every time.
That's good. That's smart. Don't gamble.
Gamble. Guys, whoever's watching this, gamble.
The last time I won anything was back when Dr. Pepper bottles gave you like a free Dr. Pepper when you twisted the cap off.
Wow. It's still winning, though.
I won 3 in a row, and I have never won anything since.
No, dude, I actually consider myself lucky, man, because like I never win, you know, anything when it comes to raffles. But lately, these raffles that I've been participating in, I've been winning like good stuff. So it's like, man, dude, it's like I need to go gamble because people are like, you need to buy a lottery ticket. I'm like, no. I'm gonna go gamble, like, you know, face to face. Like I don't want to do scratch off. Like I want to gamble.
Yeah. Well, if you win, you know you gotta hook your brother up, right?
You already know, bro. I'm gonna buy a bike if I win. But but you ready, Lewis? Like when I go visit, we're gonna go gambling over there. You and your girlfriend, Priscilla, and then all the other homies that came to Austin. We're gonna go gamble.
I take it back. Yeah. I spent $1. No, I spent $5 when I was in Vegas, my second road trip. That's all I spent.
It's always good to have like your own limit because if you don't, you'll just be like, all right, just one more.
Well, no, that's the beauty of it. If you set money aside and then you make your money back and then some, spend the money that you made profit wise. You know, use that to make more money. But just break even, and then if you make some more, put that money down. You have nothing to lose when it comes.
Don't take more than you're willing to lose because
absolutely, it's like you're in vet. Yeah.
That's why I spent $5.
If I'm gonna go to the casino, I know my limit, the most I will ever take is $200.
Hey man, that's good. My limit would be like $1,000.
I mean, $200 goes a long way too. It depends how you spend it.
Yeah.
Take it from Lewis. Take it from Lewis. He's from Vegas.
The way I see gambling is like if you have extra money, some people are like, oh, I'm gonna come out with more. No, you got to go in with I'm gonna spend these $200 and I'm gonna have fun. You know.
Dang.
But if you make like 2 $100 bets, that's not really fun. Well,
it's part of it is the experience also.
Yeah, some people say it's the they get the or like the adrenaline rush, like how we get it for biking, they get it off gambling.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like some lady was telling me like, yeah, man, like I will put my $100, and I'll get all jittery and stuff, and she's like, and then I'll lose, and it's over.
You get nervous. You're like, oh.
Yeah, like that's what they like. That's what they like to experience.
Honestly,
what's funny? Whenever I went up there, there was this guy shooting craps or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was like 3 or 4 cops that came in, and I was like, wait a minute. The casino has their own security, and they were walking up to this dude, and they took some dice from him, and they put him in handcuffs. And I was like, oh, he's getting arrested.
Oh shit!
See, I didn't get that feeling. All I got, I was trying to build slot machines. All I had was confusion because I had no idea what the hell I was doing.
I don't think you'll get that from the slot machines, though.
I was pressing numerous buttons until the thing started spinning, and that's the amount I knew.
Oh man, that's not a person. Like you gotta face to face, and then you make eye contact. You're like, I'm either gonna win or lose because I get the same experience when I play with my best friend. We go play pool, and then he's the one always offering, hey man, let's pay for some money. And then as soon as the game start, man, your whole like approach changes because you're like, oh man, I got money on the line. Like every shot is it's got to be worth it. You can't just be bullshitting. Like you get like even if it's for $20 or $100, you're like, man, there's money on the line. Like even if it's $5, just that feeling that you might win or lose it.
Is this the same approach you have with girls?
all the time.
Look them straight in
All
the
the
eye.
time. I make them. I make straight eye contact. I'm like, hey, it's either gonna go the good way or the bad way, one or the other. Netflix and chill, 2018.
Because the way you keep on saying I look them straight in the eye, and I'm just like, ooh, yeah.
Dating advice with amazing AJ.
Yeah, just look him in the eye.
Look him straight in the eye.
Yeah, and then if you have to, close one eye and just like just stare at him with your good eye, stare at him with your aiming eye. It's like, yeah, all right, this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna go.
Is that when you lower expectations? You just close one eye.
Yeah, yeah. It's you can't. It's 5-5 for each eye, so it's 10-10. So it's a 5. It's all good.
So besides the maintenance that you've been doing on the bike, what else you got going on?
Go ahead, Lewis.
So let me see. Sorry. What's going on with my bike is I did the cat delete, added the fuel management, and these GSXRs are not friendly to that. So I have like this weird idle surge, or once it drops like below 2,000, when you come into a stop, it just like vibrates all violently for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So
that's a
have you
750,
taken
right?
it to a dyno?
Not yet. It needs the throttle position sensor readjusted. I guess that's just research I've done. There's that. There's a servo motor that needs to be deleted. I kept it on because I was like, oh, you know what? I don't really mind it being quieter.
Oh, fuck that.
But that might.
I took both of them off of my bike as soon as I got that new exhaust. I was like, no, this is trash. You don't need this. Is weight savings.
So there's that, and that's pretty much it.
Okay.
It's been like 3,000 miles, still running okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I haven't had an issue or anything. It runs a lot cooler out here in the heat. It helps a lot. Because I used to come off the highway and it would just spike up and the fan will be on and the temp will still rise a little bit, but now it actually cools off.
You should probably, have you tried engine ice?
I have, I think, royal purple ice or something like that. It's like an ounce per coolant. I put some of that in it. I put some of that in my cars too.
Did you notice a difference?
Not necessarily in the cars, yes. On the bike, not necessarily.
Oh, okay, that sucks. I know they
But
say
maybe
that stuff like really works, but
I think if you go like straight engine ice and water, it would probably make a big difference. But the problem is that even out here in the winter, it still hits 30s.
Dang, it must be nice. Oh, we live in Texas, man. It's hot right now. It's hot even in the winter.
Yeah, see, out here it actually gets cold. And it's funny because that's when I tell these people, like, oh, that's when the real riders are out. Because I'll be on my sports bike, it's like 30-something degrees. All the old cruiser dudes are on it. They got all their stuff. I see like no sports bikes out there.
Dude, the worst I've been, dude, it's crazy because what was it, January or February? It got we were having it snowed 3 days, man, over here in Houston, Texas, dude.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Crazy, dude. It was record breaking because it was 3 days in a row where it just snowed, and then I rode my R6 to work, and I was like, dude, this is ice on my my side mirrors.
Did you seriously ride in that?
Dude, yes. You remember when I posted the picture?
I couldn't even leave my house in my truck with it.
Dude,
it was so bad.
It was 27 over here, dude. And it was it's so crazy because the roads started icy roads on the bridges. And so man, it was sketchy, man, because me and my buddy were riding, and then it was late, and I didn't the bridge, you can see it build up, and you got to consider that this is my first time riding on ice. I've never been, in cold temperature weather, riding wise. Over here it's always hot. You can ride all year round. So I was riding, man, and there was this one bridge that, I started going. So my front end started my rear end, my front started sliding. I was like, what? So, first reaction is don't touch the brakes at all. But I forgot that when you let off the throttle in that moment, it's basically like engine braking.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was coasting, thinking that, all right, I'm just gonna not give it gas, and I'm not gonna touch none of the brakes. And it just, man, I wiped out on. I low sided it, and it just started scraping. But the good things is I had frame sliders and everything. Everything was good, man. And I got it on video. But I need to upload a lot of stuff. But it was hilarious the fall.
You're crazy.
I had like me and my buddy, we had overalls, we had steel toe boots, like. We knew what was gonna happen if we kept riding in this type of weather. So I was like, yeah, screw it, let's ride. But
fuck that.
And then an off-duty cop pulls over. He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine. I just knocked the wind out of my stomach. It's all good." I'm here to try. And it's crazy because when I got up, I tried to walk towards the bike, and I was just literally slipping. So I was like crawling towards my bike, and I was like, "Wait a minute!" I remember on Facebook, I watched this video about penguins that when the roads get icy or the sidewalk, walk like a penguin, like put your feet together for the gravity to be centered. So I was doing that. I was like, man, this is working. And I picked my bike up. My buddy helped me out. It was crazy, man. But
I was laughing because everywhere in Texas seemed to have ice except for Waco. We didn't get not a single thing of ice.
You didn't get no ice?
Nope, no ice, no snow, nothing.
Crazy.
Was it cold though? Like, was it like chilly, or what was the lowest temperature?
That was about it.
Oh man, dude, over here it snowed, like not heavy, like it was just like on the grass, like on the top of the grass, and then some bridges because it doesn't have underheat.
Yeah, we got a good amount of snow over here.
We just kept on looking out the door, and we saw like maybe 1 or 2 snowflakes in the air, and that's about it.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. It's been like what 5 or 6 years since it snowed.
Yeah, and what was it, 2008 or I'm not sure. I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not keeping up with it, but yeah, man, it was a long time coming. I was happy, man. There was people outside, enjoying it. It was pretty cool, man.
So I just did the brakes on my. Well, I bled the brakes. I had to flush the fluid, get some new fluid in there, and I got some of that Bell Ray racing brake fluid, and I could actually tell a big difference in the brakes.
Really?
Yeah. Compared to
I'm sure if it's been a while, I'm sure we can tell the difference.
Yeah, I was very surprised. And the other mod that I got to do, well, I've got a bunch of stuff I want to do. Bren Tuning's coming out with the final edition for my bike.
Ooh.
So I want to get that. I need to get a new windscreen because the zero gravity one, on the third day that I had put that on, I got a rock chip in it from racing.
Because that R1 was pulling away.
Yeah, right.
Man, that sucks. Was it the clear one or was it the dark?
The smoked one. No,
okay.
I don't get dark ones anymore because when you're tucked, you can't see. But
yeah, get the clear ones, man. Especially for that GoPro, the view when you tuck in, like you can still see like who's ahead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't record anymore, so.
Man, you'll be back. It's all good. You'll be back. You're gonna get that Sony, man. I'll help you out.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I like the freedom and just not worrying about having to record anything or
it's all good,
make
man.
a video.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm just late with all my stuff. Like I'm still uploading stuff from like 4 or 5 months ago. Like it's crazy. Like I don't think I'll ever stop. But it's just I can't keep up, man. I shoot a lot. I travel a lot. It's just like I give mad respects to the people that like daily upload and all this stuff.
Those people that daily upload though, they don't have like fucking real jobs.
Well, but the good thing about it is that they make that their job. And
yeah,
like,
I know. But I'm just saying,
sweet.
like everybody else has regular. I can't. How does anybody work? Even if you're working only 40 hours a week, like it's still hard. You gotta.
Oh no, I hear you.
You got, especially if you got kids and a family.
Yeah. No, dude, these people like have like 4 kids, 5 kids, and it's like, man, it's another, it's motivation. And like I have about like 5 jobs. I do a little bit of everything, so it's like, I'm trying to balance everything and then doing what I love on the side, which is like making videos. This is an
outside company, not Cox.
What?
Oh no, sorry, my girlfriend's on the phone.
Hey,
none of us
what's
are
up.
Casey
AJ says hi.
so
AJ says hi.
we can't like stop working to put out videos every day, you know.
No, I hear you. I do it for purely fun and connecting with people all around the world. I mean, look, take this live stream as a prime example. Like that's how I met all of y'all. So
My
Yeah.
life is way too boring to do a daily vlog.
Yeah.
but I like the stuff that you're uploading though. You're learning about cinematography and all that, how to do it, how to's and composition and stuff like that. That's pretty cool, man. Like that you're doing stuff that you love, and then you keep doing it.
Yeah, but a lot of that's just me watching YouTube videos and reading about stuff on Google, and that's what I mean. There's nothing that I can record to make a daily vlog
Yeah.
that'll be interesting.
I
don't
don't
know.
even. I work
Those
so
people
much. I
have
don't
like
even.
videos.
I don't even have time to ride anymore. I don't sit down and do anything. I just work all the damn time.
Well, I just got
Oh.
rid of my truck, so I'm riding every
What?
single day now.
No, what happened?
My younger brother that just got out of the Navy, he wrecked his car about 2-3 months ago.
Mhm.
He swerved to miss a hog and flipped his car 3 times.
What?
I would have went through that hog. I'm sorry.
That's what I told him. I was like, he just rammed him.
It was just reaction, probably.
Yeah, but he hasn't had a car for about a couple of months, and since I don't need my truck, I told him if he wants to take over payments, he can have my truck.
What kind of truck do you have?
2012 Chevy Silverado 1500.
And it was on like what
Oh, nice.
22s. Like it had nice rims when you bought it.
24s.
24s. I was like, that is not your style. And then I'm glad you took them off because
I did not like those rims.
it was chromed out 24s on a Chevy. I was like, man, oh my god, it was.
But I couldn't pass up a $15,000 truck like that
No, it was a nice truck,
with
man.
no down payment
I hear you.
Yeah, that's not bad.
and only $375 a month.
What do you guys think about all these new tires that are coming out?
Which
Tires.
ones in particular?
The one that really caught my eye was the Pirelli SPV3s.
Jesus,
Super
man,
Corsas.
it is. Oh my
I will
God.
say I have no idea because I have not a clue about tires.
Not a clue. And then
What
they got
tires?
the
What
new-
tires do you run on your Cruiser, Ghost?
Whatever the guy at the mechanic at the bike place tells me.
It's probably a Bridgestone or something for the Harley Davidson.
I think he says they're Michelin's.
Oh, okay. Because I'm running Bridgestones on my Bolt, but
And I go to I don't go to Harley Davidson. They are way too expensive. I go
Yeah.
to
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
cost you an arm and leg, man. Like
And then they got
300.
the new Q4 out.
yeah,
and,
Q4s, man. I heard about that, man. Because I ran the Q3s, but man, dude, they did not last, and I was using it to travel.
how many miles did you get out of those Q3s?
Man, like 4,000, 5,000, not even, dude. And
That's
like,
pretty good, man.
Guess how many miles I got out of this Pirelli Super Corsa SVD?
how many?
Like 2,500.
Keep going. Keep guessing. I want you to guess.
1,500 miles. No way.
Wait, is this track or street or both?
Street with one track day.
Street was like
But one track day.
3,200, 3,500.
I've got almost 6,000 miles out of those tires.
Oh man,
Damn.
you keep up then. You have like what the recommended PSI. You're not speeding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep
Oh, that
the
is pretty
tire
good.
pressures. I use the track PSI. I keep it at 29, front and rear.
You must have some good roads then.
Damn. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I went through my Q3s like crazy because I was traveling on them. It was like, man, they did not last. Because they were on special too, so I can't really complain because I bought it for like $100 for the pair, front
Yeah.
and rear, new. So
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I was gonna try them out, but no, I'm
Yeah, it's
sticking
pretty
to
good.
the Michelin Pilot Powers. Man, they last me a good minute.
Pilot Powers,
Yeah,
guys.
those are-
I like my
my-
Pilot Powers.
My buddy has those. He's got the Road 4s or
Mhm.
Road. Yeah, I think the Road 4s
Mhm.
on his R1, and he did a track day on those, and he likes them.
Yeah, it's a little bit about durability and also performance for like the stickiness and stuff.
But I was thinking about I saw the Q4s, and then I saw the R11s and all these other tires, and then I was like, well, I don't know. And then I started looking at the reviews on YouTube, and I was like, not too sure. And then
You need to ask somebody that actually like has them.
yeah,
Like you
Well,
really like it's a one-on-one.
I started thinking about it. I was like, I'm not gonna. I like the way the bike rides now. The tires are sticky. I've never had an issue with them except for that one time at the track when it was 40 degrees out,
Yeah, it was cold.
and they've you could feel when they're gripping. Like the other day, I went out and rode Jamestown, which is like my favorite road around here, and you could just feel the grip, and I was like, okay. So I just kind of, the fact that I got over 5,000 miles on these tires and they're super grippy. And I mean, you've seen how I ride. I'm racing.
Yeah.
I'm racing. I'm hitting the twisties. There's no chicken strips on these 200 with tires.
Oh, it's a 200. And yeah, man, I got a question about those because like my buddy Johnny Rides, he has a 200 on it, and I was like, doesn't that, because I know riding on a 190 is like it makes it more surface that you could lean on, but how does the 200 do? Like, what is your like, is your rim
So
differently?
the rim on my bike is the forged wheel. So the regular wheel, it just comes with the 190.
Mm-hmm.
But for the HP wheels, they threw on a 200 on there. Really, the only thing that I noticed is you get a bigger contact patch, and you lose. So, like, if it's a skinnier tire, like a 180,
Yeah.
The bike will lean more. You don't have to lean over as much to get the same amount of lean angle with a big tire.
Oh, okay.
So you can actually lean more with a skinnier tire than you can with the big tire.
So the benefit of having like a 200 is more surface on it, or?
Yeah, for when you're pushed all the way over.
Mm-hmm.
That's just for that extra contact patch when you're hitting 60 degrees of lean, which I definitely can't do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Johnny Raj just commented on the chat that 190 is for a 5.5 rim, 200 is for a 6-inch rim. Okay. Nice. Yeah, because he has the, I think, forged aluminum HP4 rims.
Yeah, the HP4 has to come with those.
Man, dude, they're lightweight, dude. Like, they don't weigh like nothing. They're crazy. Like,
Nah, I had to go with sport touring because they don't last too much out here. I think it's the heat that chews through them. I'm assuming. I haven't done any research or anything, but
what tires do you have?
Right now, I have the Pirelli Angel GTs.
Oh, I heard some really good stuff about those. I got a couple buddies who run those on their sport bikes.
Yeah, I had the Pilot Road 4s, but when I got them, the Vegas literally broke their record of no rain at the airport. Like, it was like over 100 something days. I was like, so I never got any experience with wet. Like, I guess that's what they're known for.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the Pirellis were a tad bit cheaper, not by much, but a couple bucks in the pocket never hurts.
Yeah,
but they've been good to me.
Yeah, that's
good. I thought about changing it up, but I like how the bike feels, so I'm gonna get that new V3.
But
they're a little bit more expensive. They're almost $500 for the set, but I'm like, I think it's worth it because the grip that you get from them, and as long as they've lasted me, and they come in that new size, they're 260s instead of the 255s.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a little bit taller for that turn in.
That's what's up, man. One thing for sure about motorcycles is like it's an expensive hobby, man. Like,
yes,
motorcycle
it is.
riding, like, yeah, if
it depends what kind of bike you get. I honestly believe.
Oh, dude, it's like, I thought of having like more than one motorcycle was gonna be like awesome. Like, yeah, but when it comes to maintenance, I gotta do an oil change for this one. Oh, I gotta do an oil change for that one. Like, I was like, what's going on? Like, all my money is going on the maintenance stuff. It's just.
How often do you guys do oil changes?
I go by visual. So if I see it and it looks dirty, But I've been experiencing. I've been doing auto since I was like 8 years old.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
So I'll do a video. I'll look at it and I'll say, okay, it's time.
I usually run it about 35, 4,000 miles. Like that's pushing it.
Yeah, that's not bad though.
Yeah, but yeah, I put Motul, 1040, 10W40. Like, man, I get the good stuff.
Yeah. What's that one that's green? The Motul? Is it the Motul? The green oil?
It's so funny because I just
The
changed
300V. I
B.
think that's what it is. Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. Because I just changed the oil on the stunt bike, and it came out like with a green tint, and I was like, what's going on? So I immediately got on Google, and I was like, man, dude, like, this is not normal. I've never seen green oil before. And so I was looking it up, and there was like, oh yeah, man, you got a leak on your radiator to your engine kit. Like, you got to watch out and all this. I was freaking out. And so I remember that my buddy that previously had it, that I bought it from, he said he changed it to that oil. So I looked it up. I was like, they were known for being green or Castrol too. So I was like, oh, okay, all right, I'm good, because it was still oil. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, as long as it's not like milky.
No, yeah. Not like the head gasket. No, none of that. So I was freaking out, dude. I was like, okay, I just put new Motul, the one below it, I believe, not the 300B. So it was red, so it's like, okay, good.
I just run whatever the BMW is, the Castrol is what they say. And I change it every 2,000 miles.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's what's up.
The Daytona has a little sticker from Castrol. I guess that's like a British thing, like a European oil, I guess.
How's
Is that what they tell you to use? The Castrol?
Yeah, that's what's recommended. It's like their partnership.
Oh yeah. Do you
How's
use it, or do you use something else?
I do use it only because the Daytona costs more, so I follow more by the book. Whereas
that's
the
good.
Suzuki is Japanese. It'll take anything. It'll probably take cooking oil.
There you go. Just throw some vegetable on it. It's good.
It's all good.
Smell like French fries while you're riding down the road.
Yeah. Some smell good. Some smell like cooking. But yeah, I was gonna mention. I was gonna ask. How's Priscilla's 675 running?
Perfect. I don't think the first time we bought it from the dealer, they were I don't know if it's a European dealership thing, but they did not want to budge anywhere, like on price or whatever. They didn't want to give us a discount on anything. Like they were just solid. Like, no, this is what it is.
Like Apple products.
Yeah, dude. I was
nowadays. I work at a dealership, and honestly, there's no negotiating anymore.
Really? I thought like they make so much money that they could consider taking the opportunity cost. I was like, oh, yeah, we'll give him like $1,000 off.
I mean, sometimes that's the case, but 99.9% of the times, dude, it's we're barely making any money.
I would never buy from a dealership. I don't.
I did, but I don't regret it because I had some money and I had my cruisers, and I was like, I can afford a sports bike.
No, and it builds credit too, so that's good.
I bought a used bike. So I was in Garden Grove, California, because all the bikes in Vegas are like $1,000, $2,000 more for the same thing.
Oh, okay.
So I went to California, spent all day over there, looked at like 3 or 4 bikes. Only one of the one in Garden Grove was like 7,200 used, like 10,000 miles. My 2011. I was like, oh, that's not that bad of a price. I can actually do this. And when I got approved and everything, I was like, so what kind of deal can you get me? Like, oh, let's see. And they ended up knocking off like $300 and giving me like $100 off the store for anything I wanted to buy.
Man, I mean,
that was just a used bike. They usually like, if you bought a new bike, we could have done a lot better.
But yeah, man, I don't think I could ever. I mean, right now, I don't think I could ever buy anything from the dealership, but maybe in the future later on. But man, right now, like just straight cash. Here you go. Give me the bike. Because dealerships, man, like if you look at the prices, man, like if you sign up for financing, it's like, man, you're gonna get screwed in the end.
And that is kind of one of my dreams, is to just go into a dealership with a suitcase full of money and just be like, I want this bike.
I think a lot of motovloggers have done that. Like, I think that's a thing for you to like like whenever they get like a lot of money, they just go in there. Like I think it was this one motovlogger that went into a dealership. He wanted the bike that was in the showroom. He literally lifted up the kickstand and dropped the bike in front of like the workers. And they're like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna buy this one." So I was like, and he got it on video. Man, I can't remember. Can't remember his channel, man, but it was crazy. And then Jake the Garnet Snake, when he bought his FC, like as soon as he pulled it out the parking lot, he bust a wheelie on it. It's like brand new. Like it's just like it's a good experience. Like I guess
I don't know. It all depends on how you think about it. Because I mean, I've got a warranty with mine, and it was the bike that I've always wanted, is dream bike. So for me, it's well worth it. They took $3,000 off the sticker price. So
you know what? Now that I think of it, honestly, like if I ever bought anything from the dealership, it will have to be the BMW HP4 they don't want to buy, because it's like it comes with a lot of like insurance and like. Because I was talking to Johnny Rise and he was telling me when he bought his, I guess he got a pretty good deal. So I was like, that's probably the only reason I'll buy from a dealership. But other than that, nope.
I think if it doesn't matter, buy the like when the new models come out, buy that one before, because they try to get rid of them. You can probably get a really good deal.
True.
That's normally where people get their deals too.
Or like 2-3 years prior, I was like, man, I'm getting a steal.
I got a 16 and 17, and they took some money off, so I was like, I'm happy with it.
But it's definitely worth for dealers, for that peace of mind. Because some people, especially if it's like this one guy at work, he bought his new bike. He bought a 400, the Ninja 400. But that was his thing. He's like, I don't know anything about bikes. I just want, I got the dealership, I got the warranty. I don't have to worry about this or that.
Yeah. See, that's what I was saying. The warranty's over. Because what happens if you drop, $2,500, $3,000 on a bike, and then you take it home, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna go ride it, and then like, I don't know, 2 days later it like blows up.
Yeah. You're right. But right now, like, I'm okay with paying cash for the bikes, But for HP4, yeah, I'll go straight through the dealership.
Yeah, go get you HG4.
You already know, man. I want one so bad.
I've been thinking about that new V4, the Ducati.
Oh,
it looks pretty nice.
Doesn't your buddy have one of those, or what does he have? The Panigale, or
he's got that slow ass 1299. I got him the Brentune ECU flash and the everything for it, and then he went and got and we raced with just the flash with the stock exhaust, and I beat him like fucking bad.
Well, I mean, it depends on the rider too.
Yeah.
Like
and then the second time we raced, I got it on film, but I didn't upload it. It's sitting on my computer.
He gave you money on the sides, like, hey bro, don't upload this, all right? Cool.
He bought an SE Projects exhaust, which for me, there's no back pressure. So it's just a really loud straight pipe.
Doesn't it sound like a hog? Just like
it's too loud for my taste. It's like it's annoying to ride with him. Even with my earplugs in and my music playing, I could still hear his shit, and it's fucking loud.
Damn.
But anyways, when we raced, it was like the same thing. I gapped his ass so fucking.
You should have the gap cam in the back.
I do. I had it facing back and forth, and I gave him the hit too. I said we were riding next to each other. I said, "All right, you go, and then I'll go."
Oh, so he got the hit. Okay, he got the jump.
Yeah, so he got the hit, and then whenever he punched it, I punched it, and it was just. I mean.
Oh man, that's pretty sad. Hopefully he's not watching this, but
he's probably not. But honestly, I don't care. I'll text him right now. But hey, dude, your fucking bike is slow.
That's a good friend right there, huh?
Gotta pay extra for all those good looks, man.
I thought, because there's really no competition around here for me. If we're gonna go race.
Looks like I have to go over there on my boat.
On
my boat.
Dude, I had to sell mine.
Why?
There's another guy that one of my buddies bought a bike from another friend, a mutual friend,
Hmm.
and he said he had his bike professionally dyno tuned from it's down there in Porter. I forgot what it was called. J JP Cycles or JMC Cycles or something like that down there.
Hmm.
Something cycles.
And I looked up their dynos, and they're actually pretty good. I don't know if they're better than Brent tunings, but I felt, and he got a 13 S1000 with the full Acura exhaust.
Ooh,
And
you raced that one?
no, not yet. We haven't had a chance.
Oh,
I
okay,
feel like
that'll give you a run for your money.
I feel like that would be a good race.
Yeah, because like if it's a similar bike, you know, it's like all right, it's up to the rider.
Yeah, but I thought the 1299 would put up a little better of a fight.
I honestly feel like it's the rider when it comes to that situation. Like how experienced is he when it comes to riding?
He's been riding for a long ass time.
Oh shit. Well, I mean then, yeah, it's probably a slow ass bike.
and he's had like 3 or 4 S1000s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think of when I think Ducati, I think of furniture.
furniture.
Yeah, I mean they're like nice to look at and stuff, but honestly, every Ducati like owner I've met, they're like, "Oh yeah, my bike's up to the shop because it needs this and that."
Oh my god.
And and it's not so much like upgrades and stuff. It's just like it just needs like maintenance.
Man,
Yeah.
dude, have you ever seen like those bills when it comes to the maintenance?
No, I haven't even asked about that, but
Oh
yeah,
my god, dude, no. Like
I know you gotta go
Ducatis
through all
are
these
nice,
circuits.
they look nice, but it's just no.
Maybe-
that's why I call it furniture, man.
I don't know.
He just
I
sits
thought
there.
about it, but then I was like, the reliability, and I know BMW is gonna bring out something beastly this year for. I don't know if it's gonna be this year, but
Don't
the
they
new 19,
carbon fiber? All carbon fiber, no?
they got a new S1000 coming out this year, I think. This
Oh
year,
man,
next year.
new generation already.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Shit, I still see the first ones out here.
yeah.
Man, that's
And-
crazy.
Maybe it's the way he broke, because he bought his secondhand, and when I bought mine in, I broke it in hard. Like I gave it a hard break in.
I think
So,
that's a proper way to break in a bike. It's
yeah.
hard
'cause
breaking.
I feel like the guy who bought it before him he said, he took care of it, but he wasn't really. I don't know. I feel like he wasn't that good of a rider. So I don't think he broke it in hard. I think he just did it because he would always talk about everything he did was through the Ducati dealership, the service, and all that, all the mods that he had done. He paid somebody to do it. So I feel like he probably babied it and broke it in real soft and easy. And
Yeah.
That in the, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but if you're wanting more horsepower, you're losing some of that by not breaking it in hard, because mine stock made 190 at the rear wheel.
Man, dude, that's crazy because I got my bike dyno tuned and it's like completely stock, other than a 520 conversion and K&N air filter, but
Who'd you get the tune from?
no tune, completely stock, no tune.
Oh, you mean you just did a dyno run, like just in the numbers?
No, oh yeah. What is the proper term? Like I just got a dyno tune. Oh no, a dyno run. There you go. I keep telling people, yeah, I got a dyno tune. I'm thinking that's where they check the horsepower and everything. But
Okay. If you just put it's just a dyno run
dyno run. That's the proper term. Okay, I've been using it wrong this whole time. But yeah, I did a dyno run, and I was surprised, man, because like my bike did 109.41
That's pretty good.
horsepower. Yeah, I was like,
Good.
dude, that's pretty good for a
Isn't
six
the
for the
R6
R6.
rated at like 120 at the crank?
Man, dude, I'm not. I don't know about
I
the
think most
statistics.
600s are about there.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because like with this R6, man, like I'll go up to against other R6 or the Gixxer 600s, and then the 636, man, and I've beaten a lot of them. It's like my R6 is not special. Like it's just I haven't done any, and they done like a lot of stuff to like full exhaust. Like what the hell's going on?
Also, I mean, rider weight also plays a big role.
You know what? You're right. Yeah, I weigh about like 160. Yeah, 160
Yeah, I'm about there.
I'm
Yeah.
like 235.
of muscle.
I
You saw
went.
me jumping in the back of that truck like it was nothing.
I'm down. I'm down to 186 from 260.
Yeah, I'm trying to get
What's
into
up?
150s, but I don't think that'll actually help me on anywhere but top speed.
186 is what I was weighing when I was playing football and soccer at the same time. There is no way I can get that anymore.
You're a UFC heavyweight style right there. Heavyweight champion. But all right, guys. I was gonna ask before it gets too late. Does anybody have any plans to travel in the near future, like anywhere else, like across the?
SCMM.
Oh, well, yeah, SCMM in late August. I mean, are you gonna be there, Lewis?
I'll be there. I already got the hotel room and everything, man.
Oh my god!
Man, honestly, with work, the way things are right now, I really can't afford to take a vacation or whatever. If it's something like on the weekend, like if it was a trip to Dallas or a trip to Austin or something,
Or a trip to Houston.
or a trip to I don't really like Houston, but
Oh my god!
but a trip, just something over the weekend because I could probably get a day or two off. Cause I'm off every Sunday, but
That's good. That's good. I'm off on the weekends now. That I'm grateful for that. That I can do a lot of bike stuff on the weekends.
I
yeah,
have work.
With the way things are right now, I can't really afford to do it.
Nah, I hear you, man. And
although I would love to go to California or
it's beautiful, man.
Kill the Dragon but if I went to California, I'd be staying up there in the canyons the whole time and just riding the canyons.
That's what I plan to do. I plan to get there like that week and just kind of just ride.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Hey, we're gonna have to. Oh, you know what? I probably won't even because like I was initially planning on taking my bike so I can meet up with Lewis and then we can go hit up Twisties over there and then.
Dude, I can tell you, I will take my Grom for you.
Oh, dude, I would appreciate that, but I don't want to slow everybody down at the same time because like, man,
I took the Grom through Ortega Highway.
On the high, damn. Okay, all right.
It's the speed limit's like 55, whatever. I didn't care.
That's fine.
Everybody's like, I don't recommend it. And I was like, I don't care.
Yeah, no. Yeah, when I get a Grom, I'm gonna do the highway, but of course I'm gonna get on slow lane. I'm gonna, be aware of my.
Angeles Crest Highway, the speed limit there is like 35 or something like that.
Dang, that's
the speed limit. I mean, people haul ass all the time, but the speed limit is like 35.
But, Lewis.
Sometimes 45.
Lewis from Texas, man, you have to go, man, because the first time you lane split and like it's okay, like people like sometimes will move out the way for you to lane split. It's unbelievable, dude. Like I kept thinking that we were in Arizona, and so when Ride of Victory, because we were hooked up on Cena's. And he kept telling me, no, dude, we can lane split. Dude, I was ecstatic. Every stoplight, like I was like, oh wait, you're right. We can lane split. Oh my god, this is awesome.
Man, I don't care if it's legal or not. If it's 100 degrees out like it's been lately, or pretty close to it, I'm going to the front.
Oh, absolutely. I lane split here in Houston all day, every day.
Like I'll ride my bike sometimes to work, just if I feel like changing it up. And if I get off at like 5 or whatever. There's traffic and all that, and it's like well over 90 degrees. I'm like, no, I'm not sitting in this traffic. They can suck my ass. You can sit there with your AC and you can just put your music on and crank up your AC and just relax.
It's worse because sitting in traffic, the exhaust fumes make it even hotter.
But it sucks because over here where it's not legal, like man, there's cars that will swerve in your lane, literally, like to try to like hit you. It's like, dude, I'm literally just like decongesting traffic, like and what sucks is that I go to work and I work about an hour away, and so the Bolt's my daily, so I lane split with that bad boy, and that Bolt is like wide. So, I have to like, and then like I was coming in hot by lane splitting because I merged in a slow lane. and then I get right behind an undercover cop, and the cop saw that it turned his lights on, but it couldn't pull me over because it was in front of me, and there was traffic. So I was like, all right, well, what's gonna happen? Like, I just there was traffic. I was just trying to get home. I want water. I'm dehydrated.
Yeah,
And
dude,
so
it's become a medical emergency.
yeah. Oh,
Remember that.
like,
Remember
dude,
that. People.
I literally rehearsed what I'm gonna say to the officer if I ever get pulled over for lane split. I haven't, because when you lane split in traffic and they're in traffic, they can't get to you because there's no shoulder or anything. There's just like, just screw it. It's not worth it. But for like, I literally rehearse every time if I were ever to get pulled over lane splitting, I'd be like, officer, I have to take a shit. It's an emergency. I literally want to see their reaction. Like, it's like, haha, funny guy, here's your ticket, or you're coming with me, or I don't know. But I always wanted to say that. But no, yeah, the cop ended up turning his lights on, and then I was like nodding my head because I was jamming out. I was like, all right, if I act normal, the cop won't pull me over. And so it turned his lights back off. So I was like, all right, I'm cool. But we were like there for 15 minutes, just slowly moving. I was like, man, I can't do this. I'm right behind him. I was just nervous. And so I slowly merged going towards an exit, and the cop sees that, and he tried to merge all the way over. And so I just hauled ass through the exits. I was out of there. I was like, man, it's sketchy. But over there in California, Lewis, you don't have to worry about none of that, dude. It's just
cars actually move out of the way.
Yes, absolutely.
So, sometimes you can't. I would never expect it.
No, like you'll just go down the middle of the
What is
traffic, and then all of a sudden the car, that's just right there in the middle, will actually just start moving left or right just to give you more room.
What is your experience, Vegas, Lewis, from lane split? Because we only done it for like that weekend of SEMN. Me, Ride of Victory, and Ghost, and Johnny Ride.
No, I actually live in Southern California for like 8 years or so. That's where Scylla's from.
Oh, nice.
So I'm pretty familiar down there too. But here in Vegas, I only see some people do it. Again, I would only recommend it for, I think, per our, what is it, like the driver's manual or whatever. It says you can use the right to make a right turn. It says you can use the bike lane. So what I do is, if I'm going to make a right turn, I will sort of lane split. But I mean, obviously I'm lane splitting because I'm cutting these cars, going around them. But in my defense, the driver's manual does state that you can use the bike lane to make a right turn.
Yeah, I always find
that's what I would fight for.
I think if it's 100 degrees, 90 degrees out, and you're sweating, you're wearing your gear, and you have to sit in that traffic, you're gonna have like heat stroke or something. So it's better just to keep moving.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck it, just write the ticket. I don't care.
And then when you get to the front, I only do it if the traffic is stopped, so at a light, and I usually just take off fast anyways because you're sweating and you're hot, and it feels good to get that airflow. So
honestly, not out here, man. The faster you go, the hotter it gets. Once it's like,
really?
Honestly, dude, yes. Like, that was the first time. You know how we're riding in Houston, you lift your visor, you get cool breeze. Over there in Arizona, in California, dude, I lifted my visor because it was hot. It was even hotter. Like a hotter breeze blowing through. I was like, this is the first time I've ever experienced it. I was like, I shut that visor up fast.
They don't have humidity. They don't. Is that so? It's like when you open up the oven.
Oh yeah, that's exactly. So when it's like peak summer, 115 degrees outside, Arizona gets like 120. You open up that front door, you get the blast like the oven. Like when you want to check if something's ready, you open it, you creak it open, you get all that heat. It's exactly the same feel.
Blow
dryer dude. So
it gets hot here, but it's like a humid hot. It's not like I guess it's not like a dry.
Yeah. The faster we go, the cooler we get. Like
especially Palm Springs is very similar too. It is exactly the same stuff. San Bernardino was exactly the same too.
I drove through there, San Bernardino, whenever I went to California, and I was like, man, this town is very depressing.
It is, man, dude, like riding over there for SEMM last year, everything was smooth, but just lifting the visor and then my tank, I didn't have tank pads. So every time I grip the tank with my thighs, it will
Oh,
literally burn my thighs. Like,
speaking of tank pads, if you're gonna get tank pads for the track, or even if you're not gonna go to the track, I highly recommend Stomp Grip.
stomp grip.
Yeah, because
Hold on, let me look
I
it up.
had the tech spec ones on my bike, and I was still like, for the street they're good, they're decent. But for the track, the tech spec ones, I was
Oh,
still sliding around and on the tank and stuff. So uh,
stomp grip. Here, let me put a link for anybody that wants to look that on the side chat.
and they're
Oh,
cheap. They're cheap. They're like $50, and I'm telling you, they grip for days.
damn, their website's clean too. I like that. Let me see.
They're I
Tank grips, tank protectors, tank tops, seat cover. Man,
Because the first, when you
grips.
look up tank pads anywhere, the one thing that pops up is the tech spec ones.
Mhm.
And so I bought those. I had them on my R1. Uh, yeah, I bought them for the R1, and then I bought them again for the S1000.
Mhm.
And after, they were good for the street because I never rode the track. And then when I did my first track day, I realized how much you actually move around and how much you're sliding. And so I said, okay, well, that's, I don't like these anymore. I'm gonna go try something different. And those stomp grips, oh man, I can't even tell you. They're you might as well. It's like taking super glue and putting them on your inside of your thighs, and you're just sitting there, and it holds onto the tank.
Damn, that's what's up. Yeah, I'm gonna
So,
look into that. It's so cool
so
because on their website it has tutorials for installation. So it's like, man, above and
I,
beyond.
if you're super OCD about bubbles
Even.
and stuff,
Mhm.
I wouldn't get the clear ones because I heard it's really hard to get the bubbles out. I just got the black ones, just
Oh yeah,
cause.
no, black looks cleaner on the R6
Yeah.
anyway. So.
So I wouldn't get the clear ones, and then I also heard that those turn like yellowish after because of the sun.
Oh yeah,
So I would
yeah,
just
you're right.
probably stick with the black. That's what I got. And
Awesome, awesome.
dude, they are awesome.
So
I wish I had a sponsorship through them because
I just put it on your video. Just send. It's so crazy because to get sponsors, it's not really hard. It's all you have to do is just reach out through emails and then just tell them, propose what you intend to do with their stuff, and then
yeah,
it's not that hard. It's
it's
just
not.
the approach. It's the approach that you got to go and tell them what you're gonna do with them.
Yeah,
But I don't want to forget. Does anybody else have any plans other than SCMM this year?
Well, not really.
What
My
about
whole
you?
my, my whole SCMM road trip for me is just going to be 2 weeks though. I'm going to be going like to the Grand Canyon.
Man, dude, that's beautiful too. I remember when I took.
I still want to go there. Damn, on my bike at least. I still want to go to Grand Canyon.
Yeah. Man,
I'm
that's
going to the White Sand Deserts over there
besides
in New Mexico.
besides
Right.
working, I mean, there's I got the there's two bikes that I'm like in love with right now. The KTM
Super Duke.
Duke 790, not the
Mhm.
big Duke, the
Okay.
790. Because I want a small bike, and then the new Indian Scout FTR 1200,
Okay, let me look that
the
up.
flat track custom bike that they made. Did you guys hear about that bike?
Indian. I'm about to look it up.
They're
Scout.
they're they're finally putting it into production.
There's
What is
that.
it?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Indian Scout 60. You said.
It's the Indian Scout FTR 1200.
Oh, okay, okay. Let me pull it up right now. I want to look at it.
Oh
What
dude,
the
So familiar.
hell,
Yeah. This is the one I was thinking of.
bro? That
I
looks
think
clean.
State Surgeon was talking about it.
dude,
There's
that
this one in
bike.
there.
Oh,
What is that? It's like a mixture of.
it's like a cruiser and a sport bike,
Yeah, that's.
kinda. But I saw that that the concept of it came out like a year ago,
Mhm.
and then like two or 3 days ago, I finally saw something on I think it was Revzilla
Mhm.
or Motorcycle.com or something like that. That they were finally putting that bike into production, and I was just like, Oh my God.
Man, that looks clean.
That, I said that I was gonna buy another, but I want a second bike. I want a small bike because if you ride a big bike for a long time, it's like,
Yeah, nothing else. You can't go under, like, get a 600 on.
yeah, it gets old. You're like, man, this bike just wants to go everywhere. Wants you to
Yeah,
push
you're
it,
going
but
grocery shopping. You're like, $1.50 trying to get milk.
yeah. So I want a small bike. I want a little bike, something that I can just have fun
Yeah,
around the
relax.
city.
You don't have to. Yeah, no
But
racing.
yeah, but not like Grom small.
Get a
Because
Grom. Yeah, I was just about to say that. Get a Grom, bro.
Nah,
I'm about to
Those
get a
things are so
Grom.
fun.
me and my
It's
girl.
so
I bought
fun.
my girlfriend
It's
a
hooligan bike right there.
Z125, and it was just they're too small and too slow.
Man, I'm gonna
That's
get a
not
Grom.
about the speed on those kind of bikes, though.
Yeah,
It's more like
I
the
know, but
fun,
your
the
friends,
enjoyment.
the
they're
wheelies.
not for me. I rode it around a couple of times, and I was just like, this isn't for me.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely, because we went to what is it, the Smoky Crawl Mountain ride, and it's like it's a huge ride with nothing but small bikes, 125, the Z125s, and then the Groms. And then, man, dude, what an experience! Like, man, I really like, because I rode my buddy's Grom, and then I rode the Z125, and I compared both of those, and the Z125, man, it just feels like I'm literally over the bike, like the front, like the bars want to go under me, like it feels, it's a weird position. But for the Grom, it's like the handlebars are more out there, so riding position wise, I like the Grom, so
I feel
I'm
like
definitely gonna get
if
that
you're
one.
gonna buy a Grom, you might as well just get a Supermoto or something. A little.
Oh, I'm
little
gonna get
sport.
that one too, but like, I want the Grom in my arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Like the new. I don't know about you guys, but I thought that Honda 450L that they're coming out with, I was like, oh, I wish I had more money, because my garage would literally be filled up with bikes.
dude, I live in a studio, and like I have no more space for bikes. Oh my god, dude! I need a garage. I need a garage.
You need a garage, but that's what I've been thinking about, is getting that
I need a
Honda.
garage.
Looks good.
I want a garage to do my own maintenance.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, that's exactly like, that's ideal. Like, get your own motorcycle lift, slowly get your own motorcycle tire changer, and then do all your maintenance, like everything you.
AJ, that you said that you were gonna get a tire changer last time we talked.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever buy it?
Oh yeah. No, I already bought a portable bead breaker. And then I bought the Venom tire balancer. It's super cool because I YouTubed all of it and how to, and it's like, it's self-explanatory.
Yeah.
And
your
then
tire irons.
Yeah. I got the. I can't remember the name. It was it's so weird because like for the tire irons, there's not steel or anything. It's like a hard plastic, but like durable. So it's scratch resistant for the rims. And then I bought Motion Pro rim protectors. So you can like put them in the rim, and then like you can use that to pry the tire out. And so I bought all this stuff. So it's like I just have to assemble it all together, because like, man, like if I do my own tires, man, I'll be saving money, because like even if it's $20 a tire, that's what 3 bikes, that's 6 tires. Like, and then no, I'm good right now. Like I want to start
Especially
doing.
because I saw you bought like a stunt bike or something.
Yeah, I got a 01.
That's a lot of rears to go through too.
That's what I'm saying. Like I bought a lot of. I mean, I got a lot of like takeoff tires, and so I'm gonna be changing it on that, because the rims are slightly bent, so I can bullshit on these tires and then change it and learn on the stunt bike, so I can do them right on the R6 and then the Bolt.
Are you gonna? I haven't even seen, but that one picture you well, I don't know if you posted it, but you sent me.
Oh, you know what? Here, let me see if I can turn the video on, and you can see. Hold on. I gotta get off this chat. Hold on. Okay, turn the video. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of here. Let me. There's a difference. Oh, that's my brother. Here. I don't know if you can see over there. Can you see it?
Oh yeah, I see it. It's purple.
Yep.
So have you started learning how to do it yet, or no?
Yeah, dude. Dude, it's crazy, man. Like, oh crap, I dropped something. Stunning, man, it's a different world. I'll tell you that. it's a different world because I'll do like first gear wheelies on the R6, no problem, you know, holding for a couple of seconds. But for the stunt bike, it's a different setup. It's a like a pizza sprocket, um, and the clip-ons. Like I'm not used to that. Like they were like out there. I was like, man, this is
Yeah,
like,
to like kind of like a handlebar kind of thing.
yeah, and then like the dented tank, and it's a weird setup. So it's like, you know, I was getting familiar with it, and so, you know, on the R6 I would do first gear wheelie. So, you know, I tried first gear like because I take them. What's so cool over here in Houston? It's called Reed Lot. Is a owner. It's a biker. Like he owns like a huge like warehouse where 18 wheelers come pick and drop off stuff, and it's a huge parking lot. It's called Reed Lot, and he gave all the bikers in the Houston area permission to stunt there, do like, you know, drifts there, like practice on the bike, anything you want there.
Oh, for real?
So it's so awesome because like all the stunners, Sunday
cool.
Fun Day, all the stunners go there and, you know, they practice. And so I started going there. I did two stunts sessions on Sundays. And, you know, my first time I was all excited. I brought my best friend, you know. And so first gear, I'm trying to practice. I bring it up. Man, that bitch is so torquey because, you know, it's big ass sprocket. And so, man, it brought me up and I brought it right back down. I was like, man, this is, it takes some getting used to. So I started doing wheelies in second gear. It felt smoother. I was like, all right. And it's cool because it has a handbrake setup. And
I was gonna ask if it did have that.
yeah, it's dual caliper, like dual caliper bracket in the rear. Man, it's crazy because it's like you can control the rear brakes, you know, right there by the clutch hand. It's like it's, you know, it takes some getting used to. So, you know, I'm still in that amateur phase, but I started doing wheelies on second gear. You know, I felt a little comfortable with it. Did it for about an hour because if you're not used to clutching up with a one finger RSC clutch lever, man, your finger is gonna feel like it's done by the end of the day. Like you can't use your index finger at all. And so my wrist and my finger, man, it was like, holy crap. Like 45, about an hour in the session, I was like, man, you know, I think this is good and it's good for session.
Like, I'm done.
And I was just practicing the wheelies on second gear, and I was trying to do I don't know if y'all know what it is, but it's a 180. Like I'm going in a straight line, and then I lock up the rear, and then I spin, and so I'm facing the opposite way, like a spin, like a 180 on the tire, just drift, like.
Yeah.
So I've been I was practicing those, and I was, you know, I kept going down. It was awesome because like I was learning, and so on the second session I brought it out, and then I was like, I really want to try to do first gear wheelies, but knowing now what the first session went, I was like, you know, being very, you know, careful with it and bringing it up, knowing, you know, how to hit it, covering the rear brake and everything. I was like, all right. So first gear wheelies, man, they'll come up, but I kept chasing them. So, you know, you know, every time I'm gonna get better at it. But on the third session, it's like I haven't done a third session, but you know, I'm in that phase. Like I'm like hungry, so it's pretty good. I changed the oil. I did a couple things. I need to do a couple things to it, but yeah, it's a nice bike, man. I enjoy it very much, and it's so cool because I bought it from a good friend in Corpus Christi.
Yeah. Are you going out there? You're wearing gear and shit, right?
Oh yeah, like I bought knee pads, shin pads, elbow pads, forearm pads. I bought the Icon vesting, back protect the chest. Like, nah, dude. Like, I know I'm gonna go down, so you know I might as well like protect my bones.
And the bike's got a full crash. What is
it?
Cage?
Man, dude, this bike is set up to like drop from like 100 feet. Like it has the full cage. It has the sub cage, the passenger pegs. I don't know
it's sub cage. I think.
The sub cage. I have that on the the rear sets. Those are like the cages too. It's so crazy.
Oh, they stick out more.
Yeah, they stick out and they're like bulky and like like bicycle pegs.
You can literally just ride it and crash it on purpose and then get back on it and ride away.
No, it's so cool because on my reveal video for the stunt bike, that's what I'm gonna do. Like stunt session series coming soon, and I'm just drop the bitch. And it's got a 12 o'clock bar. It has like I think an aftermarket sub, or I don't know, this whole frame, man, it's just like it's built like a tank. It's crazy. So, but yeah, no, this bike's pretty nice.
That's good. Yeah, hurry up and fucking post that shit so I can.
Yeah, no, I already finished with that track video. I just uploaded, man. It took me months to do, dude, because you're right, man. I was putting 40 hours in and, going back and, syncing up voices, color correcting, and all this shit. I was like, fuck. And I got paid for that because this is my good friends and they paid me to shoot the race
It's
days.
pretty cool, man.
Yeah, so it's like, I love taking those opportunities because I get to, get first insight, in the track. I get these sections where nobody else can go and I can because I'm shooting their video and stuff. It's like people respect you if you have a camera. They wouldn't even act like, yeah, you could shoot it. I'm like, they think I'm like official. It's like I'm just shooting for my friends. So it's pretty cool because I get to experience also like what happens, like all the the mental aspect of what it takes to be on the track. Like it's so awesome because
You gotta have some balls, man.
oh yeah, absolutely, man,
Some balls and some
absolutely.
deep pockets.
That too. That
Yeah,
man,
there you go.
it's so crazy because they were racing on and that whole weekend it was raining, man, and they spent a lot of money, and it's so crazy because they'll have
Is the guy that you filmed, is he sponsored?
yeah, he's which one, Ronnie or the endurance team? Because there was two teams that race. Ronnie Grove, he did the sprint, and then JRS Performance Cycle, which is a team of 4, did the endurance race.
I don't remember. The guy who had the RS Tai Chi suit.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, that was the R6. Yeah, no, they're all sponsored by JRS Performance Cycles, Dunlop tires, I think CC gasket. Like they're sponsored by a good amount, and they're also sponsored by Vortex. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, so yeah, they got a good line of sponsorships, and then hopefully the video.
And that helps because if you had to do all that stuff like out of your own pocket, ooh man.
Oh man, dude. Yeah, and
you
they
have to have a pretty damn good job.
And it's so cool, man, because these guys, they're awesome, dude. Like, I'm over here learning, and then they're like, yeah, this happens, and then and then hear them talk track lingo is like, man, it's pretty cool. Like, cause I'm shooting it at the same time I'm learning it. So it's like when it's time for me to go hit the track, like, I already broke in that barrier. It's like, okay, so it's gonna be an experience.
Yeah, I was meaning to ask, and I may have missed it. If like, since you're there during downtime, you could they'll probably give you some good pointers, right?
Oh yeah, of course. And it's so cool because they're not like, I'm not paying them to be there. They're paying me to be there, and they're my good friends, team members. So it's all family there. So it's awesome, dude. Because I'm like, oh, so what does this do, or what is that like? Because
you know what I just thought of?
What's up?
Another good tip is when you're at the track, usually they'll have a suspension guy up there and a tire
yeah,
guy.
Yep.
I would highly recommend. I had my suspension set up for my weight for $40, dude.
Oh yeah, no. They gave a huge shout out to the suspension group that was there because yeah, they got the suspension done, and then man, they were like, man, the bike feels so great. And it's crazy because suspension wise, I don't think I've ever experienced before and after because
I just zeroed my bike in probably like 2 months ago.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's definitely a big difference.
Yeah, you can tell especially if you've never done it before and you go and get your shit set up and then you go out there on the track and then go around a couple times.
Mhm.
Like the bike you feel more at one with your bike when it's set up for your weight.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the main reasons is when I go to the track, I'm gonna save up so much money to go through all those first time experiences, which setting up the suspension also. But the good thing is also is that I have an incredible friend for guidance, which is Robert Garza, because he's the one that I go to for all advices with bikes and everything. Because man, he has, and his knowledge about bikes is endless, man. He knows a lot, so I 100% trust him with the bikes and the advice he gives me on. Because he's a track fanatic. Like that's what he loves to do.
Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna have to buy me a little 300 and make it into a dedicated track bike.
Go for it, bro. They're pretty cheap, man.
They're gonna get cheaper now that the 400s are out too.
And
Dude,
I heard really good stuff about that little 400.
I rode a 400 on the demo ride over there in in the Smoky Crawl Mountain ride because
Did
they
you
were
like
having
it?
um uh, it felt like a 300 honestly.
Did it?
Yeah, I did not notice a difference, but that was just like, you know, with the instructor, you can't really like top it out or like hit a
Yeah.
corner. So, you know, it's a smooth ride, but honestly, the the front end, man, it was sticking out, dude. Like it was sticking out like a lot, like noticeable because the 300, you know, it's right there, you know, the handlebars are inwards, but the other one, it felt like a 650. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but it felt like a little, you know, kind of
It's like a mini 650 kind of feel.
upright bike. You know, it felt like that. So honestly, you know, I didn't notice much of a difference, but I rode that one and then another like a special edition Z125, and yeah, didn't notice a big difference. I have a video. I just need to upload it, man. I'm telling you, man. Oh my god, I need to hire somebody to edit for me.
I rode my buddy's. He bought that new Triumph 765 R, or was it the
Oh
R?
yeah, yeah. It's
Daytona,
like
right?
No,
No,
not
it's
the street triple. The new.
Oh, the naked
Street
one.
Triple.
Yeah, they redid the engine. It's not the 675 anymore. It's a
Well,
765.
it's based off of their race engine.
Is it?
Yeah, they have like a race bike that was a 765,
Oh,
and
okay.
they basically took that, you know, engineering and just put it into production for us common people.
I didn't know that, and I liked it. It gave me that same feeling that you're talking about. It was upright, but it was comfortable.
Oh
And
yeah.
so, and that's one of the reasons why I said I wanted to get a small bike so that I can something that I could just chill on, you know, and you know, take it to work and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. You
No,
have
I've been eyeballing these naked bikes too.
Doesn't Suburban Delinquent have
He's
that
got a Tiger.
naked Triumph?
He's got a Triumph Tiger, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, yeah. He's got he's got the is the big one or the little one, the street
The 1200. He's or the
Yeah. It was a white one, I believe.
1050
I think it's a,
speed triple, not the street
oh
triple.
yeah, the Speed Triple. God, they look the same. Whatever.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, because I remember.
No, you're right. It's Speed Triple. The Tiger is like the off, like not off road, but like the adventure bike. I think.
bike, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I can't remember if it's the street triple because the street triple's a small six.
No, he's got the bigger one.
He's got the 1050.
Yeah.
Those things are so nice.
Man, bikes. It's so cool because like they have all these different bikes for like different scenarios, like different aspects when it comes to off-roading, adventure bike. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful to learn a little bit about everything.
I wish I had more money because then I'd have like one of every type of bike.
You need to gamble. That's what you need.
Ideally, that's what. Ideally, you know, you would have different bikes for different days.
Yeah. My goal is to have a bike for every day of the week.
No, I'm actually once I pay this 750 off, I'm gonna get a sports touring bike.
Ooh, touring, nice.
There you go.
Yeah, I've already decided.
I want a street glide, and then I want like I don't know, like that 790 Duke, and then maybe a dual sport.
Like, you just don't get one bike, man. Like
yeah,
you just
like either the Honda 450L or the KTM 500 EXC. Just something that I could take on the street, and then if I see a cool little trail, I can just hit it real quick, and then
back on the street.
And then back on the street, because I've seen, like when Jake takes a supermoto out, it's like if it's really muddy, they're all going down. So,
no, but you're prepared for that.
Keep the little nubbies on there, even though they're DOT, they're not that great. But I want a dual sport and an adventure bike, and then a cruiser, and then a track bike.
Yeah, I want a bike for adventures, one for track, one for stunning, one for racing, one for cruise. Like,
you guys ever think about it? It's not the same as a car, because with the car, I guess you could be like, oh, I want my sport car, so you go out and you buy a Corvette. and then you're like, oh, I want my daily, so you go out and buy a Corolla. And
Yeah,
then
or a
oh,
Prius.
I need something for work, so then you go out and get you a truck. But
Yeah, no.
it doesn't give you that same feeling, you
No,
know.
yeah, it's a different feeling. It's so crazy because going fast on a bike is one thing. Going fast in a car is a whole different thing. Like it's just like you're there and then like you're going fast and it presses you up against the seat. The seat is like it's a different feeling because like it's heavy, but still it's just a different fast.
I don't know, man. I could never afford any of those fancy fast cars. Like to me, fast is like like your Lambos, Ferraris.
Oh no,
And then
So I'll
it's funny because you could
never.
spend like 10 grand on a nice 1000, and it'll beat any
yeah,
Ferrari or
yeah,
Lamborghini.
any
Yeah,
$100,000. Yeah,
it,
yeah, I
it
would
makes that.
never.
It makes speed achievable.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, yeah, but like if you were to get a nice car, like you had to pick one, and that'll be like the car that you can race and everything with no limit on the amount of the price. Like, what car would you get?
Uh, no limit, so it's not like a realistic type
No
deal. It's not
limit, but not for luxury purposes, but for like racing purposes.
racing purposes, huh?
I already know the GT3 RS.
Okay, okay.
That's Porsche.
What about you, Ghost? I think Ghost is busy because he's doing stuff over there. But what about you, Texas Lewis?
If money wasn't an option,
Mhm.
and I think this is probably one of the nicest cars in my opinion, the Koenigsegg Agera R.
What? Man, I just love that you know about these other. What is it? How do you pronounce it?
Koenigsegg,
Conan Seg.
yeah, Agera R,
Oh, okay, Conan Seg.
yeah,
Oh my god.
that's a beautiful car. If
Oh,
money wasn't an option or anything,
damn, that is beautiful. I was just gonna go with 1967 Shelby Mustang GT.
You're gonna roll over.
I love classic cars. Man. I love classic cars. Or
Classic
like
cars, yeah. I mean, here's a good one that probably people don't ever talk about. If I had to pick a classic car, it would be the Nissan Skyline, the 1970s
oh yep. Mhm.
GTR. That is hands down my favorite classic car.
That was beautiful. I like the man with the blue man. Mm, that is.
If I could find one to restore,
Which one is illegal here in North America?
All of
the
them.
I
Oh,
think
I
all
thought
of
there
them.
was only a couple because I went to a car meet and it had a Skyline
So
here.
I think there's a I don't know what they call it. It's like
Replica?
They just let the R32 into the States.
That's probably the one that I
it's
saw.
after a certain amount, like once a car is a certain amount of years old, you can bring it in as like a classic or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. We still don't have the
That's like the loophole.
Yeah, we still don't have the R33 or the R34.
But
Yeah,
my
what
question,
I don't know. This might ask like, why are they illegal? Is that your question?
yeah, my question is, why do they prevent that? Is it like emission or?
It's emissions, but it's part of it. But it's because they never, like when they made that car, they never put it into, they never tested it for like crash ratings and stuff in the States.
Oh, so
Safety
liability and safety. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they never did that for the States. Like they didn't do the testing for what we do.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's mandatory. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
That's the reason. But and it used to be the Nissan Skyline GTR.
Mhm.
The Skyline still exists, but they broke it into two pieces. There's the Skyline and there's the GTR now.
And
Man.
then did you guys see the G35? It used to be, or in Japan, it's a Skyline.
Yeah, that's how they broke it into like
I thought
two.
that was pretty
It's a
cool.
smart move because they could sell a GTR as an exotic out here. Well, not exotic, like a sports car.
Yeah.
What did they run by if they hit North America? Like what, 100K or
Which ones?
the which one was the one that you could sell for the exotic? You said GTR.
Oh no, the
35?
GTRs. They're actually like 80,000,
Oh,
120,000,
okay.
depending on the model.
But America has the G35. You could get or the what is it? The R35. Sorry.
Man, there's the R35, 34, G60. I can't keep
Yeah,
up
it's
with
just the
this.
codes and the.
Yeah. I'm not much of a car guy. I just like old school classics.
I'm not a big fan.
What?
I like the old school Skyline, the 70s Skyline, and then I like the R34. I'm not a big fan of the 33 or the 32 or the 35. The 35 is just too big and fat.
Get a blowout valve for it. That'd be sick.
Although, did you guys see that record that they pulled off with that GTR?
No,
I may have. Which is it?
The quarter mile, the new world's fastest quarter mile in a GTR.
What is it?
I thought it was like 6.8 or something, 6.6.
Yeah, that's stupid fast.
That's a lot of boost, man. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
man.
Could you imagine buying $100,000+ car and then dumping another, I don't know, $100,000 into the engine, transmission, just building it up like that?
At that point, like you could throw that money away, like no problem.
I can't imagine because if you think about it, just to have your, I don't know, just to get like turbos put on or whatever, or have your engine rebuilt, it costs like $10,000 just for that.
Yeah.
Well, you'd have to get it like sleeved and stuff for it to take the new, not compression, but the new boost. You're talking like custom axles and stuff to support the amount of power it's making, and it's all-wheel drive too. So
yeah,
that's a chunk of change.
I can't even imagine like.
Life is beautiful, man. Like you could literally do anything you want, like if you have the money.
Yeah, you can. It's all. That's what I learned in welding. I used to do some welding.
Oh,
it's not whether like anything's possible. It just depends how much money you got.
Yeah. It's like how fast do you want it to go? It's like how much money do you have? That's the question.
I mean, we're limited by technology too, but yeah.
True. But like you can really get up there with a lot of money.
Fuck it, I'm gonna turbo my S1000.
Do it, bro. I mean, it's your baby. I'm gonna put a turbo on the R6. What's up? Make it 1,000.
There you go.
But quick, guys. I want to give a huge shout out to Charlie Oliver Bates. I don't know if y'all know him or are familiar with him.
Yeah, I remember him. Where is he at?
Well, the reason I'm giving him a shout out is because he wanted to be in this, but he had stuff come up and he really wanted to join. So I'm gonna put a link to his page to anybody want. Man, this guy is hilarious. I love his edits. He lives in California, a great cinematographer and also a parkour guy. Like, man, his backflips are like pretty sick. If you like, because I follow him on Instagram and I look at his stories, man, it's just so creative. So pretty cool. But yeah, he couldn't make it, man. He really wanted to make it. So if anything, next time I do a live stream, I just got to match up the times that all the motovloggers that I, want to be in the live stream. So it all matches up. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to make it.
That's all good. It happens.
He's cool. I like him.
Yeah, he's cool as shit, man. I'm telling you. What a great guy. But what was I going to say? But it's so funny because this coming towards the end of July, me, Johnny Rides, and Peak Maiden are going to go to San Francisco, California. Because there's a bike meetup over there. So, yeah, he hit me up. He's like, hey, man, you want to go to a Cali adventure? I'm like, hell yeah, when? I can request off. So we're going to do that. And then what I have coming up in this year is, of course, after that, I'll do SCMM. And then after that, I'm planning on going to Colorado in December. But it's going to be snowing over there. So I'm not going to go on the bike. I'm not gonna go on the bike, but I just me and my best friend want to go snowboard because we skate over here like skateboard. So we've always wanted to like snowboard, but there's no ice here, so there's no snow here, so we're gonna go over there for like a vacation for about a week and try to snowboard over there.
get ready to be sore and fall. And I've been snowboarding one time.
Really? How was it?
Oh, dude. I mean, it's fun, but the next day, from falling and getting back up, you're gonna be sore.
Just exhausted, I guess.
Yeah.
Have you?
I mean, it's fun.
Do you skate?
Don't get me wrong. I was out there for like 4 or 5 hours just snowboarding, and then after that, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna sit in the lodge, and I'm gonna warm up and sit by the fire, and drink some hot chocolate.
Oh man, that sounds good. Like, did you ever landscape?
Landscape?
Like, do skateboarding on land? That's what I was gonna.
No, I never got into skateboarding.
Oh, okay, because that's one of the huge reasons we want to do it is because we skate regularly, and we tried wakeboarding because we were like, it's the same, it's just on water. Hell no, that shit was different, man. I kept wiping out like a motherfucker. I was like, man, I thought, I know how to be on a board. Just like, but nah, it was really hard. So
it could just be different habits, like what you do on your skateboard, and then you try to do it on wakeboard. And
and it's just the starting off. Like you gotta like lean like upwards, so yes, you're catching speed. Like it balances. It was hard, but I got it towards the end. But with snowboarding, hopefully it's not something like that. But I'm hoping it's we're more stable over there.
It's gonna kick your ass.
Oh, I'm ready for it.
Just if I was you, man, I'd just go up there and rent a snowmobile or something, and just.
We're gonna do all that. We're gonna do as much as we can over there. Like,
where are you going?
We don't know specifically, but we do know it's gonna be in Colorado.
Colorado.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gotta get the details later, but
you're big balling. I wish I could be like you.
Dude, it's all about budgeting. Honestly, dude, it's all about budgeting. Like, I learned a lot because it's just like you really got to take in consideration everything, and it's not cheap to travel. I mean, it's not cheap to travel, but at the same time,
travel smart.
Travel smart. That's what I was gonna say. I was like, it's pretty cheap, because like if
it can be honestly, like if
you find those deals like with lodging, and then and if I have, because I have friends in Colorado, so if anything, if we're around them, like, hey bro, like I'll pay you if you can stay over, like if you can give us a discount or something, it's because like it's so awesome knowing friends all over the States, because like, oh shit, what's around you that we can explore together, and then I can go over there and they can, or vice versa, they can come here in Houston and they can crash with me. No, like I won't charge them anything, because it's all about experience and all of this. Because so with up there, if we hang out or we plan to stay around that area, maybe we can work something out so we can crash at his or her place. And it'll save both of us money, and then we can use that money to experience more with the person that's letting us crash as a thank you. You get me? It's just working out a deal. But and also for lodging, like that's taken care of. Finding out the specials and then the coupons. Man, if you really, really like digest everything and research it, it can be cheap.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the people that find the deals are like constantly looking day after day. They finally find something affordable, or cheap, and they just go for it, and they say, you know what, I'll figure out how to get the time off.
Yeah, and most of the times I wing it, but it works out, man. I do things spontaneously, but man, it works out to my favor. It's beautiful, man.
Yeah, we're actually gonna go to New York in August. Like August 4th, we're flying out there.
What are you gonna do over there? Who's all going?
So it started with Priscilla wants to get a tattoo done by a certain artist.
No way. Let me guess.
That's how
Is it from the show?
I have no idea. I have to ask.
Because I want to get a full left sleeve.
Yeah. Who's it by?
Mikhail Anderson.
Can you hear that? Mikhail Anderson.
Oh my god. Ask her if it's from the tattoo show.
AJ wants to know, is it from the tattoo show?
No.
Oh, okay,
no.
okay.
He's the only person in the U.S. that does trash polka.
That's the same.
True trash polka.
Something about trash polka.
Yeah, no, that's
artist in the U.S. that does true trash polka.
Dang, that is legit. Yeah, I want to go over there because I watched a tattoo show, and there was this tattoo artist that was I was doing a full sleeve, man, and I was like, I need to get my first tattoo is gonna be like full sleeve over there.
Is he talking shit? What's he saying?
She thinks I'm talking shit about it.
Yeah.
Put her on the line. Put her on the line.
Your idea is ugly.
Hey, what's up, Priscilla?
I'm just kidding. Hold on. Let me see how to figure this out.
He would be the first person I'm gonna send a tattoo picture to. I'm like, look now, bitch.
Damn.
Oh man, I forgot how feisty Priscilla was. Well, tell her we said we all on the panel say what's up.
Everybody says hello.
Hi.
I told her, I was like, oh, you could, if you want to listen in. She was like, nah, screw you, losers.
She can. Oh, that's crazy, man! It's so fun that I met you at. Oh yeah, she loves anime, but it's so cool because I met Priscilla and Louis towards the end of SCMM event. Like,
no, dude, it's like in the middle. It was in the middle
I
of it.
shit you not, y'all were sitting up there and like, man, the party was coming down. I drank a lot, and I'm not a drinker. Like, I'm a lightweight, so I was like, I was having a good time. I was smiling at everybody. I was helping a person not die from choking on his own puke because he kept throwing up on that big ass pizza boss. I was trying to help him, but yeah, it man, the stories about SCMM, dude, it's literally the best party I've ever been on because I got to drink moonshine with Suburban Delinquent. Like, it was crazy. Like, I went into his hotel room because he invited like a lot of people and he's just drinking moonshine. I was like, man, I drank with a cool ass motovlogger. It's pretty cool.
What's he look
And that
like?
way,
What's up?
So what's he look like?
I can't tell you. You gotta find out by yourself, man. He's a great guy, man. He has a great smile, dude.
I mean, I can say he's a cool looking dude. Like,
yeah, he's like, he's that cool ass uncle that's like,
he doesn't look like nerdy or anything like that.
Nah, man, he's like, I can't even describe him. Like, you gotta find out yourself, man.
But does he look like how you think he's gonna look?
No, never.
It surprised me. I think everybody has their own vision of somebody.
Yeah. All the motovloggers there, like Arson Ride, Suburban Delinquent, Baker X Derek, all the motovloggers that you have a concept of how they look like is totally different. Like, it'll like, what? Like, it'll blow your mind. You're like, that's what they look like. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, it was beautiful. It was an awesome experience. but like I said, Texas Lewis, man, when if the day gets closer and there's a possibility you might go, and if I get a rent a car, man, I'm scooping you up and then we're going, man.
I got a motel room I got a motel room right next door if y'all want to spend the night there.
Oh yeah, dude. And then
I got the same place too.
That same place?
Yeah.
It's so crazy because they were really announcing that it was gonna be in another location, a bigger one with more rooms. But I guess that didn't go through, and it fell through. So I guess we're going back to the Desert Lodge. But nonetheless, it's still gonna be awesome. I'll tell you that much. I'm gonna go in knowing more people than last year, and that's the beauty of it. Because every year you just meet more people.
I like how they gave an announcement saying this is AJ. He rode all the way from Texas all the way out here.
Oh yeah, and then I spent the night in jail because I was speeding going to California. I remember. Yeah.
He had to tell the tale.
Man, that's it. I was gonna crash at Ride of Victory's house prior to the trip to California, and so what happened was I was literally 20 minutes away from his house because I was getting there around midnight, and I wanted to go fast, so I went like I think 160 or 150. I think I was going 150 on a 65. I think it was towards Austin. And man, it was an Explorer state trooper that pulled me over. And I was like, I'll comply, it's all good. They'll probably give me a warning. Yes, sir. No, sir. Just be polite, be respectful. I'm always respectful when the cops, even though, sometimes I don't believe in their ways, what they do, but it's just I had a bad experience with a lot of cops, and I'm always respectful, but I don't know, man. But the cop approaches me and he tells me, "Hey, you were going this speed, and this is the speed limit." I was like, "Yeah, sir. I'm just trying to get to somewhere, so because I had all my bags. I had everything I owned on that motorcycle. I had my cameras. I had all the clothes I carried because I had saddlebags. I had tank beds. I had everything I owned on that bike. And so, the cop was real nice, real chill. He was telling me, yeah, just wait here. Let me just check out if your insurance and your driver license checks out. I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. He goes in there, and then I see a second trooper roll up, and I was starting to get worried because I seen cops, and as soon as the other patroller car shows up, that's shit serious. I'm like, oh shit, okay, all right, okay, respectful. The guy that pulled me over first was so cool. He's like, I felt like he was gonna give me a warning, but the second cop that got there, it was a chick cop. And holy man, she had it out for me, dude. She hated me from the start, from the get-go. She rolls
probably
up.
hated your bike.
Huh?
She probably hated your bike.
Yeah. She probably like, you stupid sport bike riders. And I'm not like that. I'm respectful. Yeah, I like to go fast, but time and place for everything. And I understand I messed up. So I was, yeah, hit me whatever you got. I earned it. It's okay. I'll take care of it. And she comes up to me, and she looks at me, and she sizes me up, with a chewing gum, and it's just like in a movie scene. And I was like, "Hello, ma'am." She does not reply. And then she looks over to the other cop that's checking my documents and stuff, my paperwork. She looks back at me, and she says, "If it were me, I would impound your bike right now, and you'll go to jail." Just like that. I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's gonna influence the first."
Maybe you look like an ex-boyfriend of hers or something.
You know what?
Man, I don't know on the sports bike.
It's so crazy because I had my helmet on the whole time, and I had video recording. So she could only see my eyes. So I'm guessing I reminded her of somebody she truly hated. But that didn't deter me. I was nice to them, respectful. And she goes back to the first squad car, and then they both come back to the bike. And I was like, okay, I'm just making eye contact with the guy because I'm like, all right, if I'm nice to him, it's going good. I did not make eye contact with the chick at all. And so I'm right there, and they're telling me, what's going on. And so the first cop, the cool cop, looks at me. He's like, hey, you don't have any drugs or anything? I'm like, no, I don't do none of that. He's like, all right, we're just going to have a K9, another squad car show up with a K9, just to sniff your bags. I'm like, that's fine. It's totally fine. No worries. And before the dog gets there, he's like, all right, can you step off your bike real quick? I was like, my heartbeat was beating fast. I was like, okay, yes, sir, no problem. Take off your jacket. I was like, oh my God, this is really happening, dude. I'm 20 minutes away from Ryder Victory's house. He's like, yeah, just take off your helmet real quick. Nice and chill. And the lady just watching, I could tell it was gratifying for her. She was like happy. And he's turn around, put your hands behind your back. I was like, this is it, man. This is how I go out. So I make sure I put the camera facing backwards of me getting handcuffed. And I was getting handcuffed. He was reading my rights, and he was telling me that he was gonna book me and this and that for speeding. They're gonna impound my bike. And I was like, dude, you could do whatever you want with me, but my bike, that's the only bike I had at the moment, my only mode of transportation. I had everything I owned on the motorcycle. They were going to take all that away. And, I worked out a deal with the first officer. I was like, hey, man, I don't do drugs. The only thing I ever have in my regular speeding tickets, is there any way I can tell my friend to pick up the bike? Because I have everything there. He's like, yeah, let me work something out. So he talked to the lady cop, and the lady cop was like making a face like, no, take all of it. But the first cop, managed to work out a deal. And so he's like, yeah, man, just they give me back my phone. I called Ryder Victory. And it was kind of that, I hope he picks up because I can only make one phone call. So I call him. He picks up all sleepy. Hey, what's up, man? I'm like, hey, brother, I need a huge favor. I got pulled over going this fast on this speed limit. Can you please come pick my bike up? No hesitations. Where you at? And I didn't know what I was at, so I told the cop if he can explain to me where he's at. He's like, I'll be there. I was like, man, thank you so much. And so shout out to Ryder Victory, man, because he woke up, I think it was at midnight. he woke his wife up to drive him all the way 20 minutes out to pick my bike up. Thank you so much, Ryder Victor. You really pulled clutch because, he got my bike to safety and I got locked up overnight. And I'm telling you, man, I can never go back to jail. Okay. All right. Because
You didn't have fun?
oh no, man, it's cold. They give you like they give you a cover that's like they give to the dog shelters. And then,
Fucking like
Damn,
half
I
a
need to
bed
get
sheet or
that.
something.
yeah, and it's itchy. It's like it's rough. And the inside of a squad car, dude, it's uncomfortable in the rear and the back.
Yeah,
Like
it is.
I've never been there
I
before.
remember the first time I ever went to jail. We got busted for street racing.
Oh man, that's
And
the
they
worst.
put us, and it was like super busy night, so they put us in the drunk tank because there was like no other. There was no other.
Damn.
There was no room in the other cells.
Yeah, there's no
and,
space.
dude. There was a guy in there. He made a pillow out of toilet paper, and it was bad.
That's a new low for me right there. If I ever did that.
So you went to jail for? You said you were doing how fast over the speed limit?
So it was 65. I think on that one, I gotta look at the ticket. It's so cool because I pulled up my mugshot and I took it, like I saved it. It's so funny, dude. It's so funny because it's so weird because they classify me as a white male, like my white, because I'm guessing it's a different information they put in instead of like Hispanic, but they put white because I guess I'm not.
That's even funnier.
Yeah, it's so funny. I was like, I guess. I mean, that's probably why they let me go. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Oh my god! But
I won't get into it, but that's totally funny.
Yeah, I'll send you the screenshot, Instagram, and Messenger at the DMs. It's pretty funny, man. But it's crazy, man. Because I got there at 2 a.m. and there was a bunch of like guys just sleeping on the floor, and it's so crazy because I couldn't sleep. I was like, I have a right to make a call, and they were like, man, they were taking forever to book me. They were asking me, have you ever thought of committing suicide? I'm like, no, I love life. What do you mean? They were like asking me all these serious questions. I'm like, I guess they have to like,
it's
address,
part of the booking.
Yeah, they have to evaluate me mentally wise and stuff. Like if I was mentally stable or something. I was like, man, this is serious. So as soon as they put me in with all the guys, it was like 2 a.m, 3 a.m, and these guys were, all sleeping on the floor. And this one guy got really cold. And so he started backing up and trying to cuddle with one of the other guys. And, I'm watching everything unfold. And like the first guy's like kicking him, like, get off me. And the other guy's like, shh, it's okay. It's okay. And then he gets in tighter. And I'm like, all right, man, I'm going to have to beat up the biggest motherfucker here to like whatever I learned on the movie is like gotta beat the biggest, baddest guy to be the alpha male.
Keep in mind, you're in booking and you're already thinking like prison style.
Yeah, I mean, I was like Jane Pop, Prison Break, all the shows I've watched, Breaking Bad. Like, man, all right, this is what I gotta do. This is where I gotta hit him in the nerves. I was thinking all this stuff.
I'm gonna use that pillow toilet paper and make a shank out of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna choke him with it. Yeah, but no, like he kept trying to cuddle with him, and this guy just like opens the covers and then just starts wailing on him on the left side, just on the left skull, just punching him over and over. And all the guys around, they looked and they went back to sleep, and he was just beating the shit out of him. I was like, all right, this is it. This is, because I love fighting. So it's like, all right, here we go. This is, this is where I can legally fight. So I don't know. It was crazy. But then like, the guy, I guess he started like, the punches started hurting him, so he backed off. He's like, all right, and he rolls around like across and just leaves. I was like, man, this is crazy. And so, it was my first time getting booked. And so it's crazy because when you make a collect call, they charge you like $10 to make a phone call. A phone call. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, man. It was an experience. Not a good one, but an experience nonetheless. But then I got out in the morning because I PR'd, which is like if it's your first time, if you sign, because my bond was like $2,500. And it was a misdemeanor. But if I sign like a document that I'll show up to court to solve it, they'll let me go without paying the bond. I'm like, hell yeah, fuck yeah, I got to go to California. And so, the judge was through webcam.
Nice.
And it was pretty cool, man, because there's this one
Wait. So did you still have to dress up all nice, or?
no, they gave me like what was it? No. Honestly, no. I wore my Under Armour, and it was funny because I had an Under Armour that had a shark on it, like Jaws coming up. It was so crazy. But no, I didn't have to wear like the jumpsuit or anything. But
They didn't let you borrow some one of those suits, but it's just like the sleeves and the torso.
no, they didn't. No, honestly,
Just kidding.
like yeah, they
I'm
didn't
just
take.
joking.
They didn't take my clothes or anything, but they did take off like my knife and everything I had on me. I was like, I guess I'm just gonna use it for self-defense, but I guess I'll use these hands. But it was crazy, man, because there was this one officer. It was in. I'm not even gonna name the county because I think somebody's gonna look it up. But there was this one officer that was a chick. Man, she was very attractive. Like not physically, but in her ways, how she was so like, she was like like the paperwork and looking at all the inmates and stuff and like people she's booking and that face she had. Oh man, I don't know. I think it was attractive. It was like. It's like, hold up. But yeah, it was crazy, man. So don't ever go to jail. Like I don't recommend it.
Yeah. Well, rule number 1: do not break the law.
Oh yeah, no.
And if you're gonna break the law, don't get caught.
Absolutely.
And if you're gonna get caught, or if you do get caught, don't run in a vehicle. Run on foot, because that's only a misdemeanor.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Damn, look at that advice. Look at that advice. Thank you, bro. So
it's not,
wait. So if
you
a cop,
if you run in a vehicle, it's a felony.
So hypothetically speaking, I'm doing like 25 over. Cop tries to pull me over. I don't feel like it. I go a little fast, and then I park the bike. And then if I run on foot, it's okay.
Well, no, you have to immediately stop and then run on foot.
Yeah. So once you see the lights, you pull over and you just start running.
Because if you flee while you're on the bike, you're already evading arrest.
Then in that case, then I'd rather just get the ticket.
I mean,
nah, but like if I'm going stupid fast again, I'm not I can't. I don't know if I should say that, but I'm not stopping. I'm not. Yeah, no.
I have friends that say that. Don't worry. Everybody says that.
Yeah.
Whether they do it or not, who knows?
It just sucks, man. Because like it could have been avoidable if I just kept going. Like, but no, I'm not like that. It's like time and place for everything. Because I have a lot of friends. They're like, I'm not running again anymore because they got caught and they went through court and all these fees and.
So one question I get asked when people come out here is like, oh, do they have what do they call it?
Chase laws.
Chase laws, yeah.
Yep. Do they?
Oh, do they have chase laws? So out here in Vegas, dude, they can't. It's up to the officer's discretion. They will chase you until you crash and die.
Yeah, it's the same here in Tyler. There's a no chase policy for motorcycles.
Oh, they don't care.
And no, they don't care. There was a guy who, and this one's really sad. There was a guy. He was on a. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter what kind of bike he was on, but he was on a cruiser, and he had I guess it was his girlfriend on the back, and he was running from them, and this was only a couple days ago. Somebody, I guess, pulled out in front of him, and he was only doing like $120, 100, and he survived. The girl that he had on the back died instantly, and I was like, I don't know how anybody could put somebody else. It's
running with a backpack is a whole different thing.
Yeah, but to have somebody on the back and then you're responsible for that person, and so she passed away, and they're putting the
charges on him.
Yeah, they're charging him with murder, and I was like, well, good, because that you shouldn't do shit like that. I mean, I've had people come up to me when I had my girlfriend on the back, and they're like, "Hey, let's race," And I'm
No.
like, nah, dude, I'm good. I'm gonna just chill.
No, yeah. That's another life. Like I'm okay if I lose mine, but somebody
Yeah.
else, no.
Yeah,
No.
I'll be an idiot and fuck around with my own life. I'm not gonna do that shit
Yeah,
with
absolutely.
somebody. But to sit there and then just like run from the cops with somebody on the back, like, you know, that's fucking. And then like she died, dude. Like,
Was it her wife, his wife, or his girlfriend?
I don't know.
Who knows?
It didn't say in the news. They just said that somebody on a bike was running.
Man, dude, that sucks.
But there's no chase. There's a no chase policy here where I live, and you know they don't care.
But you know, when it comes to authority, like they can do whatever they want, man.
Well, I don't know if there's a policy put into place. I guess it'll depend if it's the department's policy versus if it's like the city or county's law.
Was it like a Texas Ranger, state trooper?
If it's a
the
state trooper, I
jurisdiction?
know those laws don't apply to them or whatever they're called. State troopers can chase whoever, but I think the only, like, if it's a murder or, you know, something like a serious offense like murder or drugs or something like that, the no chase policy doesn't apply to them. But you know, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, no, yeah. That's why, yeah, whenever I have somebody on as a backpack, yeah, it's a whole different ride.
Except for me.
Man, it's crazy, man.
No, actually, since you said, I mean, they're all crashes are sad, right? Like, if you think about it. We had this guy, this is just an article from the news. He was a 62-year-old male. He was cruising down one of the smaller highways out here. There's not too many. And through the highway patrol investigation, it turned out this guy was on his Harley, cruising. His speed limit 65 over here. And a T-shirt had got into his belt. It's a belt drive. Locked up the rear wheel. It actually flung the guy. He was dead on scene.
What?
Oh, man.
Like, that is like the most shittiest way to go. Like, he was just cruising.
That sucks, dude.
Like, that's just like, it's like the worst luck ever, you know?
Was he wearing a helmet?
Yeah, we have helmet laws. I don't know if it was the right one, but
yeah.
And you gotta keep, like, 62 years old. You know, our bodies are kind of fragile at that age too.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
That's just like, that's the worst luck I've ever heard so far.
It's just a hit or miss, man. It's just you literally don't know how bad the wreck is gonna be.
Yeah, like a T-shirt, really. I mean, you know, that's what did them.
And it's funny, man, because when I got the Bolt like 2 months in, man, I was gonna ride to Corpus from Houston, and I had a poncho, like an overall, in the back seat, like tucked in where you where the rider passenger can hold on to. I was, tucked in the back seat, and I guess I was riding a little bit too fast, and it got loose, and it got caught in my my brake caliper and my rotor.
Oh yeah.
And man, dude, I was going 90. No, I literally got off the freeway and I was on the feeder and I was doing 90, just to pass up cars, go left, right, do a little weave in. And I'm so thankful that my shit locked up in a straight line. Because if I were like to hit a corner or something like that, like immediately from 90 to 0, like in a split, it just locked up. I was just drifting left, right, and I was just holding on, just trying to steer it. I'm like, the moment you had Lewis from Texas about wrecking on the track, it's that moment for me. Like, this is it. Like, I'm going to like high side or something.
Yeah, that is the scariest thing ever, dude.
And I'm so grateful that it just like it started slowing down. And man, dude, you could see the patch where it locked up, like the burn, like it's like a burnout, just long straightaway, dude. And I couldn't figure. I was like, oh my god, what happened? And this is on the feeder. It's busy, so I'm I look back and I'm so grateful the big truck stopped behind me. He saw what happened. And so I start up my bike, I was like, what happened? And I'm thinking the engine blew up. So I turned the bike on, it just wouldn't go. And the guy beside me stopped too to like block people from hitting me, and he's pointing at my rear tire. I was like, "What is it?" I look, it's the freaking poncho got caught in there. I still have the poncho. I kept it as a souvenir, all burned up and
like
shaped like a rotor. Like I have it. Like it's crazy, man. And yeah, I was
So
yeah.
how did you get it out?
Okay, so my first priority was get it off the road, like put it off the side because there was a Hilton hotel right next to it. So I was like, I literally could not push the bike because I couldn't drag it because it was literally locked from the rear. And I'm so grateful that the guys in the truck got off and lifted my rear, and like I was guiding the bike and they were helping me push it, dude. Like, man, there's good people in this world, man. That and taking consideration, I was speeding too. Like it was like they could have been like, oh no, that's your fault, you idiot. But no, these guys helped me out.
nah, dude. Everybody speeds. I mean, tell me one human who has not speed.
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. But
I feel like it's part of human nature to speed.
Oh
honestly.
yeah, but whenever I speed, whatever happens is gonna be on me, and I 100% accept that. I'm not the one to blame people. Oh, you cut me off. Well, if I wasn't going 100 on a 45, that'd be a different story. You get me? Like, I know what I'm doing, so I accept what happens afterwards.
Word.
But in that scenario, I was like, dude, it's so crazy because I was on break at work and I was just going to a Subway. And so I had to call my boss and I tell him like, hey man, I took a picture as proof. This is happening. It's like, take all your time, be safe. I was like, cool. So, I didn't have to worry about getting fired or anything, like a no call, no show after lunch. But it's so I literally could not. I had a good knife, but man, it could not cut through the poncho. Like it was cutting it by like just the edge, but it just kept like, man, I couldn't. It was in there. It was in the rotor, and it's crazy because I had my best friend Tim that I bought the bike from come over, man, to the rescue. I call him, bro, I need your help. Where are you at? I'll be there. I was like, man, you have those friends that you will always forever cherish. That they're, through thick and thin, they'll be there for you. And shout out to Tim. But yeah, so he comes over, helps me lift the bike. He had like a bike stand in the rear, and he had a couple tools. And we end up taking the rear tire off right next to a curb on the Hilton hotel. And so we take it off, and man, it was still hot. The poncho in there, like it melted to the rotor shape. And ended up breaking my the brake caliper holder. It ended up breaking that. Like,
oh, because it tugged at it at that speed, huh?
Yeah, like a poncho broke, freaking like a caliper bracket. Like that's crazy. But yeah, man, it was crazy, man. But yeah, we ended up putting the good thing. I got the piece that broke off, and I needed that to add the spacer on the rim because I took off the brake, the whole brake caliper, so I had no brakes on the rear. So I was riding like that to work because I had front. But man, it was I'm telling you, man, I've gotten lucky here and there, man. But yeah, those stories, man, they'll always stay with me.
It's pretty crazy, off.
Yeah.
Freaking poncho.
Oh, but yeah, right. I love ponchos, and like, who would have thought that what I love almost killed me? Oh man, but no, that does not deter me from riding whatsoever. I'm gonna keep riding, but I'm just gonna take more precautions. Don't put clothes.
I feel like it makes us better every.
Yeah.
Like
hey
moment.
guys, we have Mrs. Peaches 79 on the live stream. If everybody wants to say hi to her.
Hello.
I don't think she has her
guys.
mic. Hey, what's up, Peaches?
Hi.
Are you using a voice changer?
Nope. This is me.
Okay, all right. Yeah, she's using a voice changer.
I'm not, swear to God.
How's California?
Arizona.
Oh, Arizona. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot as hell.
Yeah, I bet. Have you stayed in contact with Ride of Victory?
Yeah, I have.
Awesome.
Yeah, we talk every once in a while.
Awesome. What other live stream were you on?
It's the group that I usually hang out with, the Misfits.
Oh,
So
Misfits. Yeah, okay. Because I know they have the other guys live stream.
yeah, that's on Fridays.
Oh, okay, cool, cool. Yeah, I'm trying to have mines on Sunday nights because I think that's where everybody's free the most.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just a spontaneous. So okay, let's everybody get together and hang out kind of thing
Yeah,
today. So
yeah. Glad to have you on.
yeah, glad to be here.
So where at in Arizona are you?
I am in a town 30 miles outside of Phoenix. It's called Surprise.
I'm
No
familiar.
way.
I used to live in El Mirage.
There you go. So you know.
Here, I'm looking
yeah.
at the map right now because I have it framed on Arizona. They have Flagstaff. They have.
Nah, it's way south, southern more.
Here, let me.
All right, guys.
It's near Luke Air Force Base.
Yep.
AJ.
Glendale.
I'm gonna get off of here. It was good chatting with you guys.
Awesome, bro. Hey, man,
Hey,
you have a
man.
great night.
Hopefully
Thanks for
we
joining
can do
us.
it again.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Oh, hey, before you leave, man, happy belated birthday to your daughter, man.
My daughter?
Yeah.
My daughter's birthday was like in October.
Yeah, that's why. Happy belated, because I remember watching your post. I remember.
He's
I
just late. Don't worry.
No, I saw the post that he posted. I think when he got her first bike. Was it the first bike he got her? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just wanted to bring that up.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Good night.
Have a good
Take
night,
it
brother.
easy. Enjoy yourself.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
But yeah, man. Arizona's hot. Like it's stupid.
Trust me, like I'm in Vegas and I was from Phoenix. That shit gets 120 degrees easy.
Oh,
Mhm.
dude.
4 or 5 days at a time.
Yeah.
Yep. No breaks.
Yeah. No, man. It's horrible. Passing through over there, like cactuses.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's the. Passing New Mexico, that's when it started getting really, really hot, and then like my thighs started burning from the tank. Like that's never happened before. Not here in Houston. Like that's so it's just it's crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, I used to live in El Mirage. This Luke Air Force Base. They still do those stealth missions out there above the houses.
Yep.
They still do that. Those freaking a-holes, man.
Damn.
So I was
Yeah.
like, I was chilling. Keep in mind, dude, I'm like maybe 8 years old or something like that. Playing outside with a dog that my parents got us. All of a sudden, like this, it's like a freaking military jet starts hovering above the houses. So all the like every window you can imagine, you can just hear them all vibrating at the same time. On top of the engine noise from the freaking jet, it's hovering, and they're like freaking like 2 feet away from the rooftops, dude.
What?
So I look up.
Oh, it's even worse now.
Yeah, I look up and this freaking
They have
jet,
the new,
it's just like the belly of it is right on top of me.
Luke Air Force Base has the new fighter jets now that are even louder than the last ones.
And they're just like
So-
just practice it. I don't know who gives them permission to.
I don't know. It's fucking crazy.
Like I'm pretty sure they're not supposed to because
Right.
it's dangerous.
I know.
You know, you're
It's
right on
fucking
top of
crazy.
the building. Like one tiny slip, they just crash into our houses. You know, like who? Yeah. But yeah, they do it, man. They do that stuff, and I tell people, like, man, when I was out there, they were crazy.
Yep, they still do it.
They still do it.
The only cool part is you see, I don't know what they're called, the white and blue jets. They're the special forces. Or the Blue Angels or something like that.
Yeah, they're the Blue Angels because they fly in Corpus Christi on the coast. I don't know what's their time frame, but I like whenever I'm over there, like I'll see my photographer friends just shoot that and then post. I'm like, oh, I don't keep up with that, but it's just nice knowing that they fly over there.
Yeah, no, they
show?
practice out there.
Yeah, for like a show. That's why.
That's the cool part about being out there. Like, dude, every other day, they're like, you can just look up and there they are.
Yeah, because they got their base over here.
But yeah, those are my memories. Well, I lived there for a couple of years. Otherwise, it's Phoenix, Glendale.
Awesome.
Oh yeah. I lived in South Phoenix most of my life, so
I
Like my
lived,
aunt.
born and raised in Houston, Texas, and I want to go live in California.
Oh, that's right. You
So,
did say you
Why?
want to go there.
huh?
Is it
why?
the lane splitting? Is that what sold you?
The what? The weather? Well, I'm sorry. What?
Was it the lane splitting that sold you?
Okay, so hear me out, guys. All right, so from a young age, something told me that California was my calling, and then for what I'm studying for is to be in the production company of like movies and short films and stuff like that. And it's everywhere here in North America, but in California, man, it's just more opportunities, and just more artists, more it's just beautiful over there, and then plus the lane splitting, plus the weather. It's just if you take everything in consideration, it's just but it is expensive. That's why it comes with a price, and also
Okay.
it's just and parts of it does get like stupid hot, but it's just like I don't know. From a young age, I was like, California is my calling, and I have to go over there. Like
I,
I at least have to try. Like I can't just be here and like not go over there. Like I have to move over there. I have to give him all, and if it doesn't work out, hey, at least I tried. I'm gonna
you
go
could.
for it.
Hey, if that doesn't work out, you can just come to Vegas.
Oh yeah, I'll go room with you.
Cali's only 4 hours away.
Yeah,
Or-
no, that's why. That's why it's like if I were to make the SCMM trip, I would fly out there and then I'll go party with you because I still want to go to Vegas because yeah, you and your group of friends of awesome friends came to Austin and then we met up on 6th Street.
So those were my Cali friends, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, that's what's up. But yeah, man, y'all came over here on 6th Street. Y'all came, on my turf, and then it's time for me to go on your turf, and then we go party over there in Vegas. But I heard that I think it was you that told me, but over there they don't. There's some bars that they just don't close or 24/7 or what?
No.
What?
There's no alcohol fuel cutoff. There's no, we're closing at 2 or 3 a.m. Nah, these things run 24/7.
24/7.
But most of them,
Yup.
yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Damn.
Yeah, it's
Like I can go, like I have done before on my days off, like because I work weird hours.
Uh-huh.
It's like 2, 3 a.m. I got nothing to do. I was like, oh, I'll just stop by the store, grab some beers, and just play some video games at home.
Yeah.
Like
Vegas
even in California, like they're like, no, you can't sell you this after whatever 2 a.m.
Yeah. That's why the saying goes that Vegas never sleeps, like the city never sleeps.
So that's what was funny to us. Like I was like, damn, we're spoiled.
Yeah. So I'm not a drinker or anything, but it's just I want to be there, like, cause I don't know when it comes to like, cause they have that zip line through the city.
Ooh, I want to do that.
There's a Fremont zipline experience kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the old strip.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I absolutely want to do that, like 100%. I want to do that.
That's the Golden Nugget, right? The old strip.
I think so.
It's around
isn't
that
it?
area, yeah. It's a giant like they're all just there. But there's the Golden Nugget. There's like the D's Casino, I think they call it.
Damn, nice. See, I do got to save up for that because I know I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to. What's the dancing scene over there? Is it like
Everything.
Oh man, it's a mixture of all the cultures.
There's everything, yeah, because it's Vegas. Like we have, it's international. We got all kinds of people showing up.
Man, dude,
Especially if you come during like a season of some holiday from some countries, like they're doing something somewhere.
I want to go from two-stepping to bachata to merengue to little walls. I want to do it all. Like I love dancing, so I can imagine with the dancing.
Funny you said it because there's actually there's a club. Although I'm not like a club or anything, but my girlfriend goes out with her friends sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And there just happens to be some gay club that has literally like 3 dance floors.
Dang.
And one of them is like Spanish music only. One of them's like whatever's in or whatever.
Wow.
And then there's I don't know what the other one is. I never asked.
Damn, man, this sounds hella fun, man. I'm telling you, like, cause over here in Houston, like, we'll have like these shady clubs where they have like it's a 2-story, but then they have 4 sections. It's not like music here, music there. But I go there to like I go with my friends, and I want to dance. My friends want to pick up chicks. It's all good, you know. Whatever happens, happens. But all these people are just like, you know, just grinding and all this. I'm like, man, what happened to like, you know, I'm going to the
Like
wrong
actual.
clubs. Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah,
to
that's what it is too. But
Yeah, no.
I mean, you can go to the Wynn Casino and they have like every weekend they have like superstars. You know,
Oh man, that's crazy.
like I can't even think of anybody like
I want to watch.
Cascade and all them.
I
It's
want to
like
watch.
those real DJs, like superstar DJs.
Ooh, like Tiesto and
Yes. He
Yeah.
actually has a residency out here.
Wow, that's nice. But yeah, I want to go over there because they host the biggest UFC fights over there in Vegas.
Home of the UFC.
What's up?
That's it. It's the home of the UFC.
Yup, absolutely. And I'm a UFC fanatic. Like, man, I keep up with it 100%. You know, I'm waiting to see that Miocic versus Daniel Cormier fight on July the 7th. So it's just
So I actually do part-time security at the arena out here.
no way.
So I was supposed to actually work those events, but now that
No
I have
way.
one of my jobs is a full-time and I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights. So I'm actually missing out.
God. Oh, dude, like if California doesn't work out, I'm gonna have to go over there and then you know put a good word in for me because I do security here and there here in Houston. So I was like, I got experience. Oh man, to secure. Oh.
That's free. I actually guarded, and I didn't know at the time. I guarded Dana White.
No, the president.
Yeah.
God,
They're like, hey, you know, so they're like, hey, he's in the building, blah blah blah. I just showed. I just clocked in. The manager like just happened to open the door as I'm clocking in. Looks at me. He's like, hey, go to, you know, he sends me to the room.
Uh-huh.
He's like, it's gonna be you and I'll probably send some other guy over. You know, just make sure nobody that's supposed to enter goes in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, okay. So I'm there like maybe an hour. Some dude starts going in and out. He's on his phone. He's on the computer. One of his assistants.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh shit, it's go time!" So he walks in, and then like a group of like 5-7 people come out, and he's like the last one. He's actually a real cool guy. Like you could tell. I've guarded some people. Like they don't even look at you. I mean,
no, yeah, they don't acknowledge you because they're in a different level, like mentally. They're like, no, I'm above them.
Yeah, so like and I'm used to that. But I've never really paid attention to who he was. So like 7 people come out one at a time, one after another, and all of a sudden he's the last one. And out of all the people, he's the only one that did this. He looks at me, and he's like, "Hey, thank you very much for holding the door," and then he walks off.
What?
Like, he's the only person that said, "Thank you."
What a small world, man.
I was like, holy shit! Like this guy's.
Man, you got to talk to Dana White.
But he's very and I only met him for a little bit, but he's like a good human being.
But it's just those moments when a guy that's making millions of dollars, like talks to an everyday citizen or an everyday worker, and
yeah, like I said, his workers, they didn't say nothing to me. They like they did the whole like they don't care what the hell's going on.
It's that interaction that just makes you. I was like, holy shit, that's pretty cool.
But this guy, he's really like a down to earth, like really nice, caring guy. It's so weird. I actually met somebody where I worked full time that they did something they worked for him.
Uh-huh.
And they were telling me like, yeah, him and his family, like that's how they are. They're very nice people. Like everybody thinks you're gonna work with somebody like who was it? The owner of the Vegas the hockey team.
Mm-hmm.
He's like that. He's all like he's got his power. He walks around chest up.
Oh man, dude, power and money would change.
He's got that aura around him, like that bossy, like he bosses his family to go to the car.
Jesus Christ.
Like, go to the car. I'll see you there.
Man, dude, like this. Yeah, there's people like that.
Yeah, but they're all mostly like that.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. Because, I came across people that were millionaires, and man, dude, like they're just their whole personality is just ugly. And I understand you didn't get where you're at being nice or but man, it's just I don't know. It's like, dude, does the everyday citizen really want that? Like, would that money turn everybody like that? I don't know.
I'm definitely a firm believer. You should not meet your hero.
Yeah, no, yeah, you'd be surprised. Yeah, like there's some good and some bad. Cause you know, I love this one artist by named by Ryan Carvel, and then I want to go see him in a concert. You know, that's the first time I ever go to see somebody perform.
Yeah.
And down to earth guy, and you expect that experience to go bad because it's like this guy's on another level, man. Like I appreciate his music, this and that, and then he does a meet and greet for everybody that went to the concert, and he's talking to you like, hey man, thank you for coming. It's like, wow, it's just a different perspective. It went literally the way I didn't think it was gonna go, but it's just those moments, and you never know until you try. So yeah, it's crazy, man. But man, dude, props to you. But yeah, like I said, Cali doesn't work out. Vegas, baby.
I was, like I said, I was in Cali for like 6 to 8 years. Scylla almost her whole life. Yeah, it was tough growing up there, and then we literally moved to Vegas, and like 3 years later, we bought a house.
Man, that's beautiful, bro. Congratulations.
Thanks. It comes with time, you know.
No,
Once
yeah,
you get-
you got to work hard for it, man. I'm a firm believer that you got to work hard for the things that you want in this life. But all right, guys. I'm gonna start wrapping this up because it's about 11 p.m. Central Time. I know it's 9 p.m. for you, Lewis. Because
Oh yeah.
yeah. And what time is it for you, Mrs. Peaches?
The same 9.
Oh, okay.
Same.
I thought it was like 8 or no, wait. I thought it was like was 11, 10.
Like one more. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
10.
that's the next state over. So what? Like New Mexico and on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because man, time when you travel, time zones, that's the last thing you're thinking about. So you're like, oh yeah, I'll get there on this time, but it cuts off or it adds. And I was
So
like, what the hell?
it's cool going backwards. Like
Right?
when we're going
Yeah,
to
you're
New York,
making-
we're
you're-
losing like 8 hours worth of time zone.
right?
So that like we're like, oh crap, that sucks. But when we come back home, we're gaining like a day.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy, man. So that's something you always have to consider if anybody like travels. But hey, thank you for joining, Lewis. Like I didn't think you were gonna make it, but thank you for joining. Thank you.
No, phone died. I'm sorry.
It's all good, brother. Thank you for joining Miss Peaches last minute.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
No problem. And then thank you, Ghost Anime, for joining. It's been a pleasure having all of y'all there. And then also look at me, Lewis, that had to leave early. And all the other guys that wanted to come in but couldn't make it because life and then time zones and stuff. So thanks for joining, guys.
So let's say she'll be on the next one.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I'm gonna try to plan it more, ahead in advance. So but yeah, have a great night, guys, right? Because I gotta work in the morning.
Hey.
Everybody take care. Stay safe.
Ride safe. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.